What's up, everybody? Sorry, we had a few technical difficulties, so we're 45 minutes late, but y'all can forget. I'm your man Thor Gunnarsson. This is Rodney Jones. We are Darth Castle, and we got a very jam-packed show today for you because this is a San Diego Comic-Con special 2018 edition. But first, before I introduce all the usual suspects, we want to thank Gina B. Collected for joining us this evening and going over all the special stuff that's coming up here at San Diego Comic-Con. Gina, how you feeling?
I feel good. Thanks, guys, for having me. I feel honored for the invite. Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate it. We all big fans of you and everything, so we're really great to have you. Now we got to get to the usual cats that hang out every Friday night. Usually they got alcohol. We got from the Savage Land with the red cup, Mr. Sinister, a.k.a. the Sinister Collector, Mr. Ryan Penny. What's happening, bro?
What's going on, fellas? Happy to be here.
Then from the land of Jersey, also known as Tatooine, we got the Paradox Nerd, also known as Boba Fett. What's happening, bro?
Get to the chopper! No, I'm kidding.
And always my favorite stop, the land down under. We got the world's finest. We got Batman. We got Superman. We got the Odd Couple Statue of You. We got Jason J. Bond. We got Adrian Freund. What's happening, everybody?
How you going, guys?
Hey guys, how you going? Beautiful sunny day here in Sydney again, and ready to rock.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, let's get going.
All right, but before we move forward, we had a bit of sad news today. We lost Mr. Lou Pepe from the Immortalizing Stone, one of the original collectors, and we just wanted to recognize that, send our prayers out to his family, friends, all the the viewers of Immortalizing Stone. They all know him well, and throughout all the groups, all the collectors, all the YouTubers, they all know him. So just for him, we'd like to have a quick moment of silence, and just for his honor. So thank y'all, man. We appreciate it. So this week it's San Diego Comic-Con. We had a lot of reveals, a lot of surprises, a lot of left turns, right turns. So we all want to, we brought the big guns in this evening so we can go over it. So first topic one, we want to start with the DC collectibles from Sideshow. We got Prime 1 and stuff later on. And Gina, we'll start with you. What stood out to you as far as the DC collectibles from Sideshow that have been revealed so far?
For me, I think it's those DC animated series statues. I think it was a huge surprise.
Right.
And to see them, and the fact that they're not 1/6 scale, the fact that they're like, I think they're bigger than 6 scale. I think it's pretty cool.
I think they're 1/5, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they said that they're 1/5.
Yeah.
Oh, did they say it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they said that they're 1/5, maybe a bit bigger than 1/5. But I think that was sort of out of the box, and I think that was pretty cool. And they really show really nicely there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even with that new reveal, I still think the Green Arrow is by far
insane.
Yeah, Thor. What do you think about that, Mr. Star Wars?
Yeah, I early disclaimer, y'all. Early this week, I said, I'm gonna be disciplined. I gotta, I'm running out of room here. Stuff is filling up. So I gotta,
That lasted 2 hours.
Less than 2 hours. I broke down and pre-ordered. So that didn't last too long. But that Green Arrow is. I used to read them in the late '90s. I think it was volume 2, and so I became a fan. And when that came out, I knew I wasn't going. That I knew that was happening. So PJ, what you think, man? What surprised you as far as DC sideshow?
From overall, I was actually looking forward to the Batman versus Superman diorama. I'm still on the fence. I just have to see a better picture of Superman because the pictures I saw weren't all that great. I don't know if it's the lighting, but I have to say, man, Prime 1, I don't know if you guys saw that Huntress. I thought that Huntress was probably like one of the best looking DC statues that they had on display. I wasn't a fan of what's that called? Doomsday. I thought he looked okay.
Not the D word.
Why? Who's getting it?
We'll get that to that later.
Well, before we continue on with it, we should actually have a look at the video from there. So I'll put that on, and we'll have a look at that, and then we'll discuss what we've seen.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Gotcha, you gotta lock it on all that other shit. It's choppy.
Maybe for us, it's not.
It's choppy on YouTube too. It's not us. I think it's Hangouts.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. Yeah, we got it on.
That's all good. At least it gives people visuals, right? So
it looks good. Yeah, it looks good.
It just looks like a bunch of pictures, like a GIF. That's what we needed. So
you just need to see it.
I totally forgot about that Green Arrow.
Green Arrow or Green Lantern?
Yeah, we're gonna do Prime 1 later, PJ. So.
Do the sideshow one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the sideshow one. Yeah.
I think Jason has something for all of them.
The best B-list character of all.
Who's the best B-list character?
You and your Doomsday hate.
Who's getting Doomsday?
Maybe me.
Oh my goodness!
He looks like a rabid chipmunk.
I want that PVC statue right there.
What was that, Swamp Thing?
Yeah.
It's only partly PVC though.
Well, Ryan, if you could get the Gambit where he's doing the uppercut, I can get Doomsday.
Oh. I was like, uppercut. Is he confusing Street Fighter? And I was like, oh wait, he's making fun of the XM one that I like. Jerk. No, I was kidding. I deserve that.
Oh, they showing the
That dio looks nice. That diorama.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I don't even like Superman.
Me either.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing with the diorama, I felt like I just have to see a better, clearer picture of Superman.
Leave the figures to
I was down at you, man.
I'll be honest with you. I couldn't care less how piss poor they could do Superman in that, but he's a must for me.
Yeah, he's a must.
Him and Doomsday, like out of that bunch, man, they're day ones for us.
Yeah, but if I had to choose, it would be the Batman v Superman diorama.
Really? Go for your favorite B-list character?
No, I wouldn't. No, because I'll go for my favorite character, Batman, man. Of course, and it'd be yours. So it's be both of ours instead of one of us had to choose. I just wanted to say, I expect the Doomsday hate from Ryan, but PJ, I thought we had something, man.
I know, right?
What is that? What is that?
What?
We'll leave it for after the show. I don't want to get heated on PJ, bro. I love
What did I do?
He betrayed his trust.
On what?
Broke the circle.
Doomsday?
That doomsday hate from you, PJ, is unacceptable. Stand in the
I don't
corner.
Well, I mean, it looks good, but I mean, I'm like I said, like I'm not a big Doomsday fan.
Before you two start out, we'd like to thank Sideshow for providing these videos that we're showing here this evening. So, because we know it's coming.
Do we want to go around and everyone say what their top DC statues were, and then go to Marvel or something and just talk about why you like them?
Sure.
Does that sound better, or do you want us to just do it where we're doing it? Okay.
Yeah, 101.
You go ahead, sir.
Oh, Doomsday. that's my favorite one. I love the base. It's
shocker.
Maybe I'm gonna buy it. I don't know for sure yet. It depends on what they say the price is, and if the price is right, that's gonna be on my list. But it was the base that sold it for me. I like all the extras in it, and I like it more than the Prime one because I love the pose. So
that and the Prime one's like 1/3, right? So it's just gigantic.
Well, yeah, that kind of, and I already know the price
statue.
of that one. I already know that price. So yeah, so we'll see if the price is right.
Well, definitely Green Arrow for me since I already pre-ordered it. But I mean the different textures and the detail is even for me, I could have just got the regular because I like the hood. I know Jason, I know you're a fan of like the Robin Hood kind of look in the boxing glove. For me, I like the hood, the water, the texture. It's just everything about it. Hopefully, that the prototype translates to the production piece. So fingers crossed, so Green Arrow for me. Ryan? Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Ryan.
All right, so I hate Superman as a character. It's like, hey, let's take all these powers, shove them into a can, and give them to like a character. But I really like the Sideshow Superman. Every time I see it, I'm like, man, I really like that, and that's like sacrilege for me.
It hurts.
Yeah, it hurts to like it, but
it's the modern rebirth one. Yeah, it's good.
I don't like the Batman though. I don't like the Batman at all.
I'm on the same page as you, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why not? How come you guys don't like the Batman?
He looks like I want to say steampunkish, even though that makes no sense. But it's so dark, it's so black. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just relating it to comic/animated movies, and that's what's throwing me off. I don't know. I don't think it's bad. It just doesn't look like Batman.
You think it's so dark that you losing detail in there, or you missing, like highlights?
The cape looks like real leather, and for some reason that doesn't look right to me. Even though, probably if Batman was a real character, probably would be leather. So I don't. Maybe it's just my head. I don't know.
Well, I think it'd be probably Kevlar. I mean, I don't think it'd be leather.
Yeah.
But
actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, for me, honestly, I get what Ryan said. It's like the armor on him. Just there's something about it doesn't look right. I haven't actually seen an incantation of Batman in the comics that looks like that. Closest you can get is probably Injustice Batman, which isn't really canon. So
yeah.
It's almost like they took their own artistic vision.
Exactly.
Batman,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
And
That's right. It's like almost like it was too stylistic. Maybe that's probably
right.
That's the smarter way I'm trying to put it.
But yeah, when you look at how they did the Superman and the Wonder Woman in comparison, they were like classic modern day representations of how the characters look in the comics now.
I totally agree.
What else? What else was there? I'm trying to think of what the other ones were. Oh, Wonder Woman looked great. Wonder Woman looked really good.
That one.
I think she's probably one of the top 3 female statues coming out that I've seen.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
That's already
And, who else am I missing? I think that's
Doomsday.
So, Doomsday, I don't like the head sculpt, but people are complaining about the pants. I actually think the pants were a brilliant idea because it gives a lot more contrast. And the green looks really nice. I don't know crap about Doomsday besides, the comic that he was introduced in some of the animated shows, but yeah, I don't think it looks bad. And like Rodney was saying, the base looks awesome. My inner geek or my little my critical nerd inside me does get a little mad because isn't the Green Lantern ring on his finger, which makes no sense to me. Is it on his claw or is it on his finger?
Yeah, he's got it. I thought that was kind of strange too because
It's trapped in his bone.
no, he's got it on his finger.
Yeah, that's
you know what I
It
mean?
should have been broken on the base or something, or just a bunch of shattered green pieces or something. I don't know.
Or they could have had a lantern broken or something. You know, that probably would have worked too.
How does that fit on
You
his
know.
finger?
Yeah, that would work. That would work. That's a good point. Yeah, so I think I just have two. PJ, why don't you go?
Top 3 DC statues. Definitely not Doomsday. Nah, just kidding. Oh no, Wonder Woman was definitely up there for me. Green Arrow, hands down. I think it's a toss up between Green Arrow for me and Wonder Woman in terms of DC statues, and I have to say that Green Lantern looks pretty good. I don't know. Those are my top 3.
You're talking about Jon Stewart, right?
Yeah.
I thought the constructs were all
the color, something about the color.
Somebody said they look plasticky, and I looked at it and I was like, I think I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean that's just a prototype, so I'm sure they'll change it. I mean something like that, but I just love the pose of it. See here, for me, I'm all about the pose. If you know, a lot of sideshow statues have been using kind of like the same pose over and over again. You know, for example, Mr. Freeze, that's actually coming from the Boba Fett premium format statue, the Return of the Jedi version, where he has this like gun up like this. So that's just a reuse of I'm not sure of the same body or the same pose, but I'm all about dynamic poses because I feel like the pose gives you the presence of the statue. Because if you have someone come over and they look at your statues, they're not going to look at someone who's just like this or just like this. They're going to look at someone who has like a really cool pose. And Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, hands down, that is a dope pose. And I don't know, I just got drawn into the Jon Stewart. So
yeah, well, the Green Arrow is pretty sick, man. I agree.
Yeah, Green Arrow pose is sick.
Yeah, remember me and Jason went to when we walked in that room at Slideshow, man.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah.
We saw Green Arrow for the first time. They were taking photos of it. We were just like amazed. It was.
Yeah.
Even though my top 2 is Doomsday and the Batman v Superman diorama, I gotta give a shout to the Green Arrow. That's something I do want to get to.
Look, the one that I'm actually we've said the Doomsday and the Superman diorama plus the new Trinity set, fantastic. Except for Batman. But look, the one that I was really surprised in was the Jon Stewart Green Lantern. Now, I know what a lot of people are saying about the constructs. You know, like when you look at the other Green Lanterns, like, you know, with the fists and more shapes that he uses. Jon Stewart's more of an architect, so his designs are done on a deeper level, like they're actually like constructed blocks. Like he uses his architectural knowledge and that to create his constructs. So I think they've done a really good job in that. And the other one, like Kyle Rayner, the newer one, he's an artist, so like a lot of his stuff's like Japanese anime and stuff like that he creates.
Yep. So
I think in that regard they got it spot on. I love the head sculpt on him. That Superman Batman diorama though, like geez, there's nothing on that I don't like. That's basically, it looks like they've taken the new Superman PF, shrunk it down and put it with Batman PF in an actual battle pose. So if you collect like all of them, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic thing. But that's just my opinion.
See, the thing, I mean, I was for the Batman versus Superman diorama, but I don't know, someone posted a picture where it looked like the Wolverine's teeth on the Hulk versus Wolverine diorama. I looked off in a bit, like he looked like I don't know, it was just off. So I'm not sure. Like I said, it looked like it was jacked up. But I mean,
it was like British Batman or something.
Yeah. Oh no, Superman. It was British, like Superman or something. But I mean, like it could be just the lighting because it was a really poor quality photo. But I mean, I have to see a better picture. That's why I would have ranked him up there in my top 3, but that's like, you know, have to get like a clearer picture. No one has ever like done any like close-up videos of that Batman vs Superman.
There was also one other thing I wanted to throw out too about the Doomsday diorama that I noticed at the Doomsday Marquette. I really like what you were saying, Ryan, with the green pants and stuff like that. Yeah, that's very comic book accurate. And also the new animated film, the new Death of Superman one. What I really liked about it is, like, in the original comic, and this is why it sort of shows that this is more off the new animated movie rather than the comic book Death of Superman. There's a batarang stuck into his ribs.
Yeah, it's
So
bad.
if you look closely, you'll see one there. And in the new cartoon, Batman does have a go at him and doesn't last very long. But
As it should be.
like in the original comic, Batman never come across him. So that was an added thing, to show that, yeah, they've put a lot of thought and effort into it that I really appreciated.
This looks badass, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
That's
Gina,
what I said, right?
Gina, did you have any more that did it for you at the show from Sideshow DC or no?
No, I mean, pretty much just saying what you guys are thinking as well, is that I think the Green Arrow has not been untouched, you know, but I think I'm on the side of, I do appreciate that Doomsday. I have no connection whatsoever to that character, but all of the Easter eggs throughout that statue, the way it's sculpted, the pose, the way that it sort of connects to the comics, I really enjoy that Doomsday. I'm not going to get it. I don't have a connection, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same.
Also,
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Also, I'm saying, and I just want to be the only, because I'm the only one on the panel that I really like those DC animated statues.
Oh, really?
I'm just gonna get one.
I plan on picking up that set because I was a massive fan of Justice League Unlimited. When it came out. So yeah,
I'll probably get the Wonder Woman.
If it's going to be like 1/5, fantastic.
That's really the series that got me all into it too. You showed me that.
I became a massive fan of Lex Luthor from that series.
Probably the best representation they did of Lex Luthor, to be honest.
Yeah, was it Clancy? Was Clancy Brown the?
It was Clancy Brown. The thing about that series was it had the best voice acting you ever wanted to see. The Joker. What's his name? Michael Ironside did Darkseid. Yeah, you didn't know that?
See, I didn't watch the show.
Oh man, it was.
That was the best.
That's the last time.
But I'm the guy on the set.
That's his. He always loved Michael Ironside.
I do love Michael Ironside.
It was fantastic. If they make a Darkseid from that, I'm getting it. I will get it. Yeah,
that would be dope. And he's got to have his hands behind his back, right?
Exactly.
Floating.
Exactly. Yeah.
But who was the other? Michael Rosenbaum.
I had to watch it.
Michael Rosenbaum, who played the Lex Luthor in Smallville, was the Flash in that scene.
He was the Flash, yeah. He sure was.
And then you had Kevin Conroy. And then who was the dude from Wings?
That was Superman.
Yeah, he was Superman. I don't remember his name.
In the animation.
No,
then
Tim Daly.
I was upset when they changed it. When they went to Justice League, they changed it to somebody else. I always liked Tim Daly better.
Yeah.
But so now I think we're done with DC. Let's go to Marvel from Sasha. JC, you want to run the footage first?
I'll throw her up right now for you, Mr. Thor.
Oh, appreciate it. Or you will get force choke.
Jay?
Nah, you're running it. No. I think they run it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daredevil. Oh, that's fine.
Are you getting it?
Thor, definitely. Yes.
I was shocked when he said that.
Yeah.
He said it last night. I was like, "You getting Thor?"
Sometimes I get a piece strictly because I love the look.
Wait, you're getting Thor or you're getting Daredevil?
Oh, I'm getting Thor. Thor is a definite.
Dude, I might come and do an unboxing for that.
Yeah.
Please come on down. The food will be in abundance.
I don't care about the exclusive, but I'm gonna get it with the exclusive.
You might as well, just in case you ever resell.
You gotta go double hammer.
What? Don't get me started, Ronnie Jones.
Oh God, please, y'all behave this evening, please.
He started it.
Mom,
damn who started it?
All right, that Luke Cage it looks horrible.
It's a waste of time.
That Wolverine looks like he had plastic surgery on his upper lip.
Oh, the bust, yeah.
Well, the Hulk looked like he in the middle of a stroke. That bust, man.
See, I don't mind the Hulk bust. I don't like the Wolverine.
That man looked like he done had 30,000 calories just in 2 hours.
You can burn it off. Eat that much, you can burn it off.
Oh man.
We're a little crazy sometimes.
I like that Thor from the Avengers Assemble.
I like the Emma Frost.
Is Avengers Assemble 1/5 or 1/6?
1/5.
It's 1/5.
Yeah.
That Thor looks nice. I mean, nowhere near as nice as the new one. Have you seen everyone's pictures online or taking pictures with Daniel Bell in front of the Thor?
Yeah.
You know, the sculpture? I think that's awesome.
I think so too.
And he's tall too. Like everyone looked short around him.
Yeah, he's a pretty big.
He's
He's the nicest guy on Facebook too.
Yeah.
All of PFs.
I talked to him when he came out with the Captain America.
Daredevil, Captain America.
He sculpted the new Thor PF.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying that they thought he helped. Someone was saying that they thought Magneto got reworked and it looked like Daniel Bell had some input. I think Brad Titan was saying
Red Titan was saying.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
don't know where
that.
they were
Look at
getting
that. That's right in the middle of a stroke. I don't care. Yeah.
I never met.
Oh, there you go. That's mine.
Yeah, that's the best.
That right, Gina?
It's the best.
This is the sleeper for me. That's the sleeper.
Oh
That's actually growing on me. The hair actually looks pretty good.
I told you what I tell you.
You're right.
All right, let the lady go first.
Yes, please, Gina, set these people. Please.
In terms of the best, in terms of my favorite Marvel piece.
Yeah, your top three.
Yeah, your top three.
For me, it's the Rogue. I think that. I mean, the way that they've made that flying effect, I think it's perfect. It fits with the character. It's sort of Jim Lee, but it's also their own take in terms of her face. So sort of their own artistic take on her face, but the colors pop and that motion of how they made her fly, it's perfect. That's my favorite. I know one piece as well that people are sort of iffy on, but I personally like the Magneto.
I love the Magneto.
Yeah, now we're getting better shots of it. Now we're getting sort of better look at this, what we'll be getting, and I like the new Magneto. So those are my two in terms of Marvel.
Okay. Ryan, what about you, sir?
All right, so it's Rogue, Magneto, like Gina, and then the next one is probably. What are the other ones? There's Mystique,
Frost,
X-23,
Psylocke.
I guess I'd say Wolverine, just because I got the shipping notice.
Wait till you get it. Wait till you get it.
I'm sorry, I got the last charge notice. Like,
wait till you get it. We saw
it worth it?
It is. It's awesome. It's a fantastic piece.
I was telling people from the get-go that Magneto looked nice.
No,
I didn't hear what anyone said. I defended it. I saw some other Magnetos that got me thinking maybe I should get that one too, but I resisted, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah,
I really think it's going to look nice.
Go ahead, PJ.
No, I was going to ask you.
Can I add one thing real quick?
Yeah.
Does the way that the Rogue attaches, it's just from her arm.
Yes,
and her arm is a smaller arm. That makes me a little nervous. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, we don't know exactly how the statue is going to be put together, so we'll have to see. But it seems to me that they've reached Sideshow's reached another level in terms of their engineering and what they can do.
Yeah.
So this is not a statue that they could have done 5 years ago.
I'm with you, Jenna. You see them with a lot of their older ones, like a lot of the older ones that I've got. They tried simple things. I'm actually using the original Rogue comic kit as an example, like with the way that the bricks and everything on the wall to create the shattered wall effect, how they actually sit on the statue, and fit in the sockets and stuff. And yeah, you've just seen the engineering capabilities increase tenfold over the last few years.
Which Rogue PF are you referring to? The one where she's on with the base?
The Rogue comic kit. The one where she's in the wrong colored costume, where it's all green and white.
Oh shit!
Where she's sort of bursting through the cement wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never even seen that one. I'll look it up. Okay. Oh.
Hey, Jason, do you have a picture of the Rogue?
Oh, get it for you.
No.
The new one, Jason.
New one.
Oh.
It would be special if you could go over there and get that new Rogue from off your shelf.
Oh, it would be nice.
All right, while you do that, you could share a screen from your side, Jason.
Yeah, I'll just pull it up.
But all right, so for me, my top three is going to be Rogue, X-23, and Magneto.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? Like Ryan, like you guys said before, that Magneto is actually growing on me. Like at first, like when I first, no, the thing is, like I'm not gonna pick him up. It's just like out of all the statues, I'm definitely pick up Rogue. Rogue looks amazing. I love the pose. I love the face sculpt. I think someone compared her to Angelina Jolie a little bit. I don't see it really. I mean, I could see a little bit because of the cheeks, but in the most part, that's the Rogue I grew up with. I mean, my two top X-Men were Rogue and Wolverine.
Do you think the EX is going to be the 90s card, the 90s puffy
Oh,
hair?
dude, if it is, I'm gonna.
You like that, huh? Yes.
That's day zero.
Fan of that piece so far.
I'm getting it regardless. If they do that, it's
yeah.
Like EX or bust for me.
So let this man go next. No, go ahead.
All right. Well, I mean.
Oh wait, hold up. Do we? All right, cool. Here we go. So here it is. That Rogue looks. Oh man, that looks amazing.
So go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right. So
It does look like Angelina a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I like the top part of her. Her eyes look like Angelina. For me, I mean, the definite number one is Thor, because that's the one I decided I'm definitely getting. That, yeah, I couldn't say no to that one. The Wolverine. Oh my God, I'm not getting it, because if I got that Wolverine, I'd be forced to get that X-23, because I love the X-23 and they are gonna look amazing together. But I'm not getting Wolverine, but it's gorgeous, and X-23 is gorgeous.
It is.
What's the other one? There was another one I really liked. See, the thing with the Rogue, I wasn't sure about the base. The rest of it I love. The base just kind of let me down a little bit. I don't know what I was expecting. I was excited. What? I was excited for it, and then I saw the base, and I just got let down a little bit.
I see Thor's reaction right next to you.
I know he likes it.
I love it. I mean, for me, of course, my boy number one. The two hammers. That's I'm gonna be waiting by the computer for them to go up on that one. And Rogue is special. I mean, that's a special piece. The colors pop. I don't know what he talking about. The base is fantastic. You got wide, and if you look at the cracks on the ground and everything. I mean, if you prefer a bunch of pitchforks and stuff sticking in the ground, and that's cool too. But you take that any way you want it. But for me, the sleeper of the whole thing has been X-23. I've been popping out a sleepless nights thinking, like, fighting back me not ordering this piece, because that piece is fantastic. The flow, the movement of the head, the paint job, everything. The blades look good coming out the feet. And the way that it fits opposite of Wolverine. But like he says, if you get that, you got to have Wolverine. So, I got too many characters in Star Wars. I can't get it, but it's fantastic.
Well,
fantastic.
Can I ask you guys? I know you guys just did the unboxing. Hold on 1 second. Something's happening to my computer.
Oh Jesus!
Sorry, it wanted to do like an update, but just really quick. All right, so Wolverine, because I was on the fence in picking him up because I do have the Hulk versus Wolverine diorama, so I wasn't sure because it was kind of similar. I just didn't want to have too many Wolverines in my collection. Is it worth it to get the regular or is it worth EX?
Yeah.
I love that unmasked portrait.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Gina, I forgot.
You do have it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
you got it already?
You got the pictures of it.
Everybody got it but me.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, just totally.
The pictures.
But no, I'm working on a video on it right now. But I love that unmasked portrait. I kind of liked it when I ordered it, and I was looking at the production photos when it came in, and I got it in hand. I think the paint is better on the unmasked portrait, and I think the detail is better on the unmasked portrait. There's it's so much more detailed. The eyes are better on the unmasked portrait. I mean, there's sort of a gloss to the eyes on the unmasked portrait. I love that unmasked.
Nice they got the costume right for once, eh, Gina?
Yes.
How are the cheeks? Are they as red as they looked in some of the pictures?
No, I don't find so. I mean,
Okay,
if anything, I would say that the skin tone is a tad bit too dark, maybe.
I saw that too on the arms and stuff. Yeah,
and even on the unmasked part, I was just a tad. I wouldn't go as far as to say, oh, it's ruined and it's bad.
Yeah, it's like Caribbean
tad,
Wolverine,
yeah.
right?
But I have to say though, I prefer it just a tiny bit too dark, a shade too dark, than a shade too pale. So, but I think the X is worth it. I think that is good. But it's interesting because some people don't like that unmasked portrait, and it just goes to show the difference in everyone's opinions, right? Yeah. So.
I'm a big fan of XM, but I think the XM Wolverine's garbage compared to this one.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, we can't.
It's definitely worth the extra $20.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, my bad.
I would say the original one, XM1, yeah, but the Weapon X,
the Weapon X, yeah.
That's cold piece, man.
But that's not fair.
That's totally.
I mean, it's still him, but I mean, So,
let me ask you, because the reason why I asked is because for me, I try to collect something like that's it. Like I'm not gonna have like multiple Wolverines. I'm not gonna buy one and then after like the next one comes out, like I'm gonna get the next one and sell the old one. Because I felt like a lot of people were selling off the brown costume one just to get this guy. So would you say this is like the ultimate Wolverine? Like, if you ever need to own one Wolverine, this would be it.
So what I don't know. My opinion is that it's not the most original Wolverine, and it's not it's not the most original design or the most creative concept. But I would describe it as the most timeless. It could be the most timeless Wolverine. Like, this is the most standard, timeless Wolverine that would last a generation.
Cool.
I'll go one step further, PJ, and say it this way: that statues are quickly becoming like PCs. What is the ultimate grail when you go and buy it? In 6 months' time, there will be a better model that's twice as fast and twice as good.
Yeah, I mean, because we're not. I mean, I'm not rich. I just don't want to buy a piece, and then next thing you know, I'm like, oh well, they just came out with another awesome one. What the hell am I gonna do? And I think Sideshow has done that a couple times. I just don't want to be in that same boat where it's like you buy one statue and then next they release a newer one. So just because I mean, I know there's the Alex, like for example, like my friend just collected all the Alex Ross DC statue premium formats, right? So now they release like a whole bunch of new ones, and he's like, I'm just finishing up my collection of all the DC Alex Ross statues. How come they're releasing, what I'm saying, like a whole new? I know they're different, different generation of the comic books, but it's just one of those things that if you don't have the money, or you don't want to be stuck selling something off for like cheaper for a cheaper price than what you paid.
Jason, Adrian, we didn't get to you boys.
You can go first.
I was actually pretty impressed now really seeing it. Emma Frost. I know it's been a contentious piece. Some people don't like her. Cyclops and X-23. And the Iron Man 3 Marquette. Like if you want, I know I just said, nothing about that, pick one as the best and then 6 months later something better will come out. But look, I think that's personally the best Iron Man I've seen.
That's a simple man for me.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of strange because, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never really said that about any Iron Man.
No, you're not really a big Iron Man fan.
I've never been into Iron Man in statues at all, but to be honest with that one, I actually wouldn't mind having a bit of the Marvel collection scene in the man cave. Would just be fantastic. Emma Frost, I think I agree too. Another good collection. I like the look. I think they've done a good job on it, all that. But spotting with the Wolverine, the timeless aspect of it, yeah, that's right. Maybe to be honest, we already have the Hulk.
Yeah.
The Hulk, the Hulk v Wolverine. So I think I'm going to Wolverine for a little bit. Save the pennies for something like the Superman v Batman or Ryan's favorite, the Doomsday. So that's how it goes.
Well, if y'all like the Iron Man, you're for a treat because I got Mike Dorsey. He's got that on pre-order too. So that's his next statue coming in. So we'll be unboxing. He's got that on order. That was the first.
He went ahead and dive in. How many more statues do you have on PO?
Well, those are the first two, but believe me, it's some more coming. Believe me, because
the thirst. The thirst cannot be quenched. That's awesome.
So we got a lot to get to, y'all. So Prime 1. Jason, I think we're gonna start with you, my brother, because you've been saying throw the video on.
We got the video for them too, so we'll show what they had to showcase.
Okay. Take a sip of the tonic.
That Robotech looks good.
Water.
Just ginger ale and juice. I don't drink.
Oh, really?
I want to watch that Alita movie.
Oh. Order it.
Is that Rodney in the back?
Rodney's loving that King Kong.
He wants that King Kong and
Jennifer.
Not Yennefer. I want the old Yennefer.
They didn't have Prime 1 Dark Side there.
No.
Oh, they're doing the Dark Side?
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, dude, I'll have it here in like 2 weeks.
That's for me. That's it for me. That's oh man.
With the Batman?
Yes, sir. But it's
in the middle of Batman.
It's 1/3 scale, so I can't have it. So
you can.
No.
I heard it's like huge in person. I heard it's huge in person.
Yeah, no, we can't do that.
That gun's like an elephant gun.
There it is. In the car.
Yeah, that's creepy as all hell.
Yeah. It's freak.
All right, Jason, lay it on us, man. We already know, but let the folks know.
Dude, number one for me, pick of the entire column. Batman Who Laughs. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, wasn't the hugest fan of the Dark Knight's Metal Saga, but did enjoy it. But out of any of the characters in that book that really like just it was him.
Is it more the look, do you reckon?
It's the look and the story behind it. It's actually a Jokerized Bruce Wayne. So
the Jokerized
with Robins on the chains and the demonic and stuff. So look, that was just wow for me.
Cyborg.
And Cyborg from I know it's been out for a while and stuff like that, but out of all that line, I think that's the best Cyborg I've ever seen, hands down.
Fair enough.
And I've looked at King Kong versus Skullbreaker was absolutely legendary as well. What do you reckon, Thor and Rodney?
I know what Thor thinks.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that King Kong, I'm on the fence about if I'm gonna get it. I'm trying to wait to the end of the year and clear out these POs, and then I'll probably get that. The Geralt, definitely. And what else was it?
Wait, you already have a Geralt, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the new one too.
You're gonna have both?
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have both of them. I like the light up. All right.
No. I was curious because it shows how much of a fan you are.
We don't need to talk about The Witcher. I spent over 400 hours on that game.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I love it.
I haven't played it, but I heard it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. So, and I love the new, idea for him with the light up and shooting out the flames. So, The Witcher, I'm definitely getting the Kong. I'm on the fence about. I'm probably gonna get it at the end of the year when things ease up. The Batman Who Laughs. I love the look of that one. I'm not tempted to get it because I didn't like the story at all, but the look of the statue I love. So those are my three.
For me is that Master Race Batman. That if that was quarter scale, I'm still waiting. I do want a Batman in my collection, but they always 1/3, or the costume isn't the one that I like. Something's always wrong. That one is fantastic. I wish it was a quarter scale, so I can't have it. But I will say this: if I were to get it, it looks, because of the gargoyle and everything, it looks like it needs to be like in a corner, because it's like like the corner of a building. Like, so to me, that's what it looks like. King Kong looks great. Even when from pictures to now, it still looks great. Now I'll say this: the Batman Who Laughs, it looks fantastic. I could not have that in my house. You know what I mean? Anything that makes my skin crawl, I don't want that. I don't want to walk in and be like looking at this thing.
These turn around.
These Gimp Robins and all kind of stuff. And so it looks good, but I don't want that stuff in my house. Gina, what you think about the Prime one?
Well, I think I agree with you on all those points.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially the last one.
Thanks for making me sound creepy, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Even though I have some Court of the Dead statues, yeah, that Batman, that's I think it's great. If the way it's done is beautiful. I think it's in terms of the sculpt and the paint but I couldn't have that. I think my top two is definitely that Dark Knight Master Race.
Yeah.
I think, and as you said too, if that was quarter scale,
yeah,
I think a lot of collectors would be saying, "Wow, that is the definitive Batman."
Yeah,
that is Batman. That is my number one, I would say, choice. And then I think the second is the Huntress. I think they nailed the pose. Yeah, I think they nailed the pose. I think they nailed the base, the way she's sort of leaning on the wide. I mean, other than it being, third scale.
I don't like the head and the body sculpt on it. The Huntress.
Sorry?
I don't like the head and the body sculpt on her. I think she's too young.
Oh, okay.
Like from comic book origins and stuff like that, like at that age, like she looks like she's about 16, 17. And at that age, like her parents are still alive and she hasn't become the Huntress. So that's just my opinion.
You have to ruin everything, Jason. Why?
Sorry.
PJ.
My top three would probably be, well, I have to agree with Jason that the Dark Knight's metal Batman is sick. My second one would probably be Huntress. And my third one would probably be, I don't know, I'm not sure. That King Kong looks good, man. I have to agree with Ronnie with this one. Yeah, that is just, I don't know how big that thing is going to be. And like, it's 1/3, right?
Fine room.
1/3. Are you kidding?
No.
Are you kidding me?
That thing would be bigger than your house.
How big King Kong is, man?
I was about to say.
I mean, I can't get on you because I was having problems when they were saying Starscream was 1/10 scale. What do you mean that's one? Oh yeah, Stars. Okay, yeah,
it better be 1/10 or 1/12.
Well, when Prime 1 first unveiled it, it was about that big, wasn't it? Sorry, yeah, big.
Yeah, it's big.
That daggone Superman was bigger than it, wasn't it?
Now I do have to say this, and I'm sorry, I don't care who's going to attack me or whatever. That Hush Superman don't do nothing for me, man. I don't know what it is. It's everybody thinks it's just
Rodney, I wouldn't attack you, bro. And I'm the biggest Superman fan. Jim Lee's Superman is an acquired taste.
I like the look of that Superman until I saw it next to Doomsday. It's almost the size of their Doomsday, so that kind of ruined it for me.
Gotcha.
But, so that's Jim Lee's Superman, because I thought, and I have the Hush Absolute or whatever, but I haven't cracked it open yet. But that looks different than the Justice League Superman. So I'm guessing he drew Superman differently in the Justice League.
Yeah, he did in Hush. It was more, larger and square, and the face, like the jawline was more square and bigger and stuff. Yeah. Justice League came later.
Okay, Ryan, what caught your eye from the Prime
Huntress? She doesn't look 16 at all, dude. It's like late early 20s. Give me a break. She doesn't look like Jailbait or anything.
16, 20, Ryan.
Looks good. What?
Oh, his favorite character is Mr. Sinister.
The soulless.
How old do I look?
No, the soulless ginger over here is talking shit. No, he looks fine. And then let's see, we're talking about Prime 1. So I think the Hush Batman looks great. I'm personally holding out for Prime 1 Batman. If all the stars align in my I'm waiting for I just unboxed the Prime 1 Optimus Primal, shameless plug, but it weighs 45 pounds and I put it on top of my Besta.
45 pounds.
Exactly. That's what I said. So I was going to put them both next to each other on top of the Besta, but I think that might shatter the Besta and everything comes crashing down and you'll see a grown man cry. So I don't want to do that. So if I can somehow get all my Transformers in one Besta somehow, then I'm going to put them next to the DC. I'm going to put, I will have room, I guess, long story short, I will have room for Batman in 52.
Can you spread it over 2 Bestas? Like put it in the middle?
Yeah,
I was thinking about that, but then I can only fit one. So it's like 4 statues versus 3, right? Because the Transformer ones are super wide. and I'm waiting for Megatron from Beast Wars to come. So anyway, like first world problems here, right? Right, YouTubing on my end, but so I'm holding out for Prime 1 Superman or Prime 1 Batman. Where am I? I like Huntress and then Batman, Hush Batman. I don't think I have a third because that Joker looks creepy as all hell.
Is the love for everyone?
I don't like watching horror movies with
starting to wane a bit.
I don't like watching horror movies that have jump scares. The last thing I want is some creepy, masochist nurse. I don't know which one it is, but anyway, because I've had some drinks. But one of those, whatever the creepier one is, Anyway, that's my take.
All righty, so that's good for Prime. We got everybody right, yeah.
But what did you think? Is the love started to wane from everybody for the Poison Ivy?
Oh, Poison Ivy
we
looks good too.
missed Poison Ivy, right?
She wasn't there, was she?
She was there.
Yeah,
Okay.
you the Prime 1
Oh, I'll take
Yeah, the Prime 1.
Yeah, she's kind of, I mean,
Okay.
I think it's well done, but I think it's just not my taste. It's really, really busy. Like
There's too much going on, right?
Huge.
It detracts from Poison Ivy, right?
Yeah, and then I think there's a point where, there's a line where it stops becoming a statue and then it starts just becoming more of an art piece. Like it's just so big.
Right.
So.
What's the biggest statue you have, Gina? Like in terms of size, do you collect anything bigger than like a quarter scale or?
No, mostly everything I have is quarter scale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you consider like a 1/3 scale, or is just?
No, I mean, if something like never say never, right?
Yeah.
Because you can be on, you could be on YouTube and say I'm not gonna, collect 1/3, and then 2 years later, you're doing a review of a 1/3 statue, right?
Or even better, you say it's a half scale Captain America.
Yeah, that's great, man. So like never say never. But I find 1/3 a bit too big. I think like quarter scale is the exact sweet spot in terms of size, at least for me. But yeah, I mean, like, how about you guys? Like, what's your biggest statue, like, or largest statue?
Mine has to be heaviest is Thanos on the throne. That like threw my back off because I was moving it and I was like, it's 50 pounds.
Damn.
Like the
50
box.
pounds.
That's all.
That's 50.
You know what sucks about
Rodney.
No, you know what sucks?
Don't start.
No, seriously, dude, you know what sucks about having a statue that heavy? Like getting it, once you get it off the ground, it's not that bad. But like when I was talking about the Optimus Primal, 45 pounds, getting my effing fingers under there to try to get it off the ground is the hardest part. Yeah. Once I get it off, it's like, okay, this is easy. But it's like
your XM Venom ain't light either.
No, that one's like 35.
Yeah.
That's a heavy boy too.
So Jason, I'm guessing Captain America is yours, right?
Yeah, he's probably the biggest, and probably the heaviest too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun putting him up there.
Yeah,
getting him out of the boxes it was funny too. I could climb into it to grab him.
Yeah.
What about you?
Now, but well, as far as heaviest, it's a fan art piece. It was 62 pounds.
Jeez.
What was it?
That's nothing.
The Hulk transformation.
The XM one?
I actually thought it weighed more, but it was 62 pounds.
Is the XM one?
No, it was
right, you said that though.
I had it spread out on top of 2 DTOFs, and that was the heaviest. The biggest, I guess, is my Miller Batman at 3rd scale, the Dark Knight Returns from Prime 1. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider definitely the biggest.
Put it this way, you know that a statue is heavy when they usually snap around the ankles because of the weight of it.
Ouch. Well, so she said tallest, right? Biggest. So biggest for me will be 1/3 scale PCS Sagat when that comes in. And then after that, it'll be Prime 1 Darkseid New 52 when that comes in a couple of weeks.
Nice. All right, cool.
It's like 36 inches versus 33.
All right, y'all. Iron Studios, roll the film, Jason.
It's a coming, sir. It's a coming.
This next one, I think, PJ, you're going to be talking about this one by yourself, man. We got Hot Toys up next.
Hey,
I'll join in with you about Hot Toys.
Okay, yeah, y'all have a nice 3. Gina, you into Hot Toys or no?
Well, yeah, I think PJ probably knows more about Hot Toys. He could start with that.
Yeah. Just
Sounds like
break
Gina,
it down for us.
I'm a newbie when it comes to Hot Toys, so
yeah, I can't. I just can't do no posing. That's my thing, you know.
Hey,
you can just do the lame poses. It's
it's
fine.
a new statue every day.
No, I'm
Exactly.
good. I'm good with that.
Just
Are
how
you gonna? Hey, while this is playing, Thor, are you gonna get quarterback Darth Vader from Sideshow?
that would be a negative. That thing is very un-Vader like.
Looks awful.
I saw your post about that. I think you were spot on. In
I mean, the people were messaging me. Have you seen this? I'm trying to drive home from work. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? He's like, oh, they got a new Vader PF. I was like, oh, it looks horrible. So I just put it as politely as I could. I put it up there. You know, yeah.
It looks worse than the one I own, and I have their current Sideshow Darth Vader.
I think if they wanted to go for Vader, they should have did the meditation chamber because that's like the only thing they haven't done.
Why didn't they do one from Rogue One?
That is from Rogue One.
Oh, the new one?
That's supposed to be. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that looks garbage.
So Iron Studios, PJ, you want to start? Did you see anything from Iron Studios that caught your eye? Or?
Not really. I mean, the 1/10 scale statues look great. Like I mentioned before, I feel that going smaller scale is good, especially if those are the characters that you want to collect. I love the quarter scale Thanos that they have and the quarter scale Spider, Iron Spider. I think if I had to pick, those would be my top 2, and then I'll probably. What else do I have? Damn it! I was like distracted with the Hulk.
I think he's getting more hate than he deserves.
He just looked too. I don't know. It's just me. I mean, it looked too much going on, like in his, muscular area. You just look too unrealistic, I mean, yeah, he's the Hulk. He has like all that muscles, but I don't know. It just looked too much. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. But the top 2 probably has to be for me, like the quarter scale, like movie, Iron Spider and the Thanos. Because you know what it is? I feel that it's so hard for a lot of statue companies to capture like movie accurate, like, face sculpts and stuff, right? For example, Sideshow with their Star Wars line, like
Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot.
Oh my gosh, don't even get started with that.
So much hate for that one.
Oh, stop it, Ronnie. Let's not get into it. We'll be here forever. But anyway, basically, like for me, that Luke Skywalker that they're releasing from Bespin, that just didn't look good. I mean, just the face sculpt look totally off. I mean,
we'll get to that later.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just hard to capture movie accurate like face sculpts, and I felt that Iron Studios definitely did a good job with that Thanos. That Thanos looks dope.
Yeah, it looks like he's just stepped out of the film.
Yeah, exactly. So if I had to pick one, I'll probably pick that one. Gina?
Nothing really stood out to me that much from Iron Studios except for their Ghost Rider. I thought the concept was really interesting. Execution. So the Ghost Rider on the bike. I think that would be my only real pick that I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, the Ghost Rider, that's the exclusive con pickup, isn't it?
I have no.
I'm not sure.
Nobody knows it. It is. Yeah, Rodney's looking at it now.
Event exclusive.
This is an Iron Studios.
So it's a Tony Stark's one.
Yeah, it's like 1/10 scale. It's
really?
Not, yeah. So what about you, Rodney?
For me, really the setup with all the 10th scale figures from the movie, I thought that looked great. It tempted me to want to get them all to put up a little diorama like that. But other than that, the only thing that really got me, and it shocks me because I don't know anything about this character, is Lobo. The Lobo bike scene setup.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Lobo on the bike. Sorry,
okay. I was going to say, Lobo. I didn't think there was. I'm looking at online.
No, there's a Ghost Rider
Lobo.
Too. But
sorry,
yeah,
I was thinking Ghost Rider.
I thought the
Lobo on the bike. Sorry, Lobo on the bike. Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, that one I thought was awesome. I love that one. It got my attention. All the things going on with it, but again, I don't know anything about the character really, so it's not something I'm gonna get. But I love the look.
I'll educate you one day, Rodney, when you got.
What was it? Yeah, Thanos looked good. I thought, as far as the Hulk goes, I didn't like the face. The body looked like the Hulk and everything. And one thing I thought that it was holding the missile and everything. And for some reason, earlier today, I just had videos playing, and the XM Hulk Buster came on, and I thought they would look good together because like he's holding the missile, you know, and the Hulk Buster's got all this damn. It looked like they had just been in a battle, but nobody's gonna buy both of them pieces together, you know. But I was just thought it was just a thought. I was like, oh, that would look good together, you know. But you know, the face kills it for me. The body looks good, but the face was, you know. But one thing that I did like, I don't collect 1/10, but for some reason I like that Bane that they had. We was holding the Batman cape, and it was sitting right next to the Ghost Rider, and I did like the Black. I'm a big fan of Black Manta. He's one of my favorite DC villains. If they ever make a PF for him, you know, quarter scale, I will be getting that, you know. So that's what did it for me. Ryan, what about you, man?
I like Thanos. I didn't think the Hulk was that bad, but probably my second one is probably Iron Spider or the Aquaman. I have a soft spot for Aquaman, and I like the Aquaman / Black Manta Dio. I thought that was really cool. That's all I got. Spider-Man looked good too, but just about.
How big is that?
What is Giggles saying over there? Do you have something to add, Giggles?
Your Giggles.
When did I become Giggles?
You started giggling like a little schoolgirl, dude.
First.
Ding ding.
First it's soulless, now it's Giggles.
Yeah.
So my
See what we have to deal with here? It takes him forever to answer the question.
man.
Probably one of my most current favorite companies.
Because they gave you Batman versus Bane diorama.
It's like with even the bigger pieces, the detail, the extras they do, like with the Hulk, you know, the rocket, like the small things like that to me, I think is just fantastic. You know, like simplicity is nice, but sometimes to get the bit extra into a statue piece it goes that much beyond. And even their 1/10s, I was looking at it, and even though I don't like some of the 1/10s, like the faces or whatever, the bases still, it seems like they've still put effort and stuff into the bases and everything, so I can't completely hate them. And I love the Aquaman. So finally me and Ryan actually agree on something. That's just amazing. But yeah, like to be honest, I'd be the Aquaman and the Lobo on bike.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I knew Jason, that's his #1 pick because he would love that next to his actual Lobo here. So what about you?
That's it. Lobo and Dog. I like the Iron Spider and the Thanos. I thought they were really, really good. I like the actual paint up in the Iron Spider. It makes it look shiny like the movie. Yeah. But the one thing that did get me out of their reveals was, did anyone not notice at the end there they had the animated Dungeons and Dragons series figurines? Yeah. I know Jerry Mascalano is going to be really pissed because he worked really hard to get the Dungeons and Dragons license for the dragons and characters and stuff like that. And that was a line that he was hoping to do. Yeah, he actually said that in the interview when we met him. So I wonder how he's going to take it. It's gone to Iron Studios.
Studios, right?
Well, maybe he's doing a bigger scale. Could it
he's probably a different scale.
Oh, he is. Yeah. He's a 1/5 and 1/4.
So he should be all right then.
That's old school, man. I've been watching that way back.
Yeah. I remember that stuff too in the 80s.
Would you buy statues of those?
No.
Me either. It looks. I mean, it's cool, but like, I'd never buy a statue of that.
It was like when we looked at the Prime 1 ones. I liked Robotech when I was younger, but I don't own any Robotech pieces.
You also like He-Man.
Yeah.
Well, I think
He-Man, like the PCS He-Man of recent.
No, he's talking about the cartoons, bro. The old He-Man.
Oh, I thought he was talking about what you liked and then statues that you had of it.
The Skeletor's pretty cool though.
Sideshow Skeletor.
Yeah, I have Sideshow Skeletor and He-Man, and I love it.
Those are 1/5, right?
We agree.
Yeah, they're 1/5.
Those are solid.
Finally, Ronnie. Yeah. Let's just not get into the Aspen and Red Sonja debate again. That was
No, we're gonna stop you all right
Get
there.
into that next month when my Aspen arrives.
yeah.
Yeah,
I did have one question. I did have one question though. Iron Studios, do they not show stuff that's close to coming out? Because I guess, and maybe this is because I'm the first time I'm really paying attention to it. I was expecting to see a like Punisher. Was that something I should have?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's a good question.
Yeah, how can we just see the Punisher?
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. I want to see some of that, but
I'm actually kind of scared because they've had some like conventions recently, but nothing where they showed Punisher. The last time they had like a lot of like Infinity War like statues and stuff, but nothing like where they displayed like Punisher. And I'm kind of scared.
Do any of you guys have Punisher on order or?
Yeah, I got it coming.
Me and Rodney, which is a rare thing that we have the same.
We agree on a statue.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the signs of the apocalypse.
Dogs and cats living together, pretty much. Man, suspense like on.
Yeah, and you and Adrian agreeing on Aquaman. Jesus, what's happening in this world?
Yeah.
So buy a lotto ticket.
PJ, this is all you, homie. Top hot toys at the con.
Man.
Jason, let him have it, man.
I hope like wait, are we? Oh, we're watching.
We're gonna roll.
All right. You know what? While the video is playing, I'm gonna talk about it.
Okay, yeah, please.
I think I know what your top pick is for hot toys, though.
I'm going after you, PJ. Go ahead.
All right. So basically, yes.
Opinion.
I like this. I like the quarter scale Vader. That one was awesome.
Can you click on that? I think you need to get a focus to his video.
It's not.
Oh no, you got it. I'm sorry. Never mind. I wasn't showing in the Hangouts.
Okay. So yeah. Where am I here? Pass. I don't like Solo. I mean, I like the movie, but I'm not like a huge fan of a lot of the characters there. Pass. Range Trooper. Pass.
You know what though? For all those people that say that they like Solo, and I kind of enjoy Solo as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anyone getting any collectibles from that movie.
No.
Yeah, it's almost like Episode 8 ruined Star Wars merch for everyone. Merchandise.
But whenever someone tells you, oh, Solo is good and is not losing money, to ask them, but do you know anyone getting any collectibles from Solo? Like,
no,
or any merchandise?
None.
No one's. No.
Look, you know why?
Dark
Porg,
side.
at least Ewoks served a purpose. Porgs served nothing except to sell crap.
Yep, I would agree with
Blaming
that.
the whole downfall of Star Wars merch on Porgs.
The downfall of Star Wars happened with Porgs.
Porgs in Episode 8.
Oh gosh. Here we go.
Don't get started now, Ryan.
Hot toys, hot toys.
I'm gonna have to watch that tonight.
Okay, all I gotta say is 1/4 Vader. I might sell my PF to get the 1/4 Vader hot toy.
Oh yeah.
Of all the hot toys I had, because I used to, you probably don't know this, Gina, but before I did statues, I was hot toys and like Kotobukiya small pieces, and then I went to
That
like
looks
6, and then I jumped. So like for me, I'm looking at Django, I'm looking at Darth Maul and the Speeder, and I'm looking at that 1/4 scale Vader. I'll probably only get Vader though. But,
well, you know what though? Oh, Neo. Bam. I want that one. And John Wick.
John Wick, that's my first choice.
Need an equalizer.
No, don't start with that. Don't start with that.
You are.
You want to talk about edition size with Rodney yet or not?
No, stop.
do you think if they made a Denzel Washington equalizer hot toy, would it come with his back meds?
I don't want to lose the 10 viewers that we have watching this.
Oh shit, you have 10?
Whoever's watching it. As soon as we start talking edition size, even Gino would leave and never come back to our show.
Why? Because of the equalizer? Why?
No, because of Rodney's take on the equalizer and John Wick.
I think he would have wrecked John Wick.
Oh shit! No. You know, Rodney, I'm actually going to watch Equalizer 2 so that we can revisit this.
You need to.
Next week we'll revisit.
So do you. You need to watch it too, Rodney.
I think John
Equalizer
Wick would
2?
actually. I like both movies, but I think John Wick would win that one.
I know.
See, amen.
You can't cut
Bam.
someone's skull with a credit card like they did in that stupid Equalizer 2 trailer. This is bullshit.
Well, remember part 2.
I like
of
the
John Wick
Equalizer.
Wasn't
I loved Equalizer.
didn't
It's
make
great.
sense. I'm
But
gonna
the
just
trailer was kind of like, eh. I'm gonna see it anyway.
Equalizer's John Wick's nightmare.
Yep.
Well, they should have John Wick and Equalizer battle diorama, maybe.
John Wick all bloody, disarmed, no gun in his hand,
And
a book in his throat.
Equalizer's
Oh my
freaking
God.
arthritis is acting up. in it.
They're only like 10 years apart,
Not
right?
arthritis.
A lot can happen in 10 years, dude.
I know. John Wick could get whooped over and over.
What kind of? I don't know.
PJ, aren't you supposed to be narrating this Hot Toys?
I can't. I'm lost for words because now Ronnie started talking about Equalizer and edition size, and I'm just like,
I didn't say anything about edition size. I just said they should have an Equalizer hot toy. That's all.
oh,
Just
That's
stirring the
nice,
pot.
Thanos.
Do you guys like the Iron Studios Thanos more than Hot Toys, or?
the quarter scale, yeah. That quarter scale, seriously, like Gina, like
That's
if you
epic.
see the, did you see the like a
I
up
did.
close face couple?
I like it.
You see the teeth of it?
It
I'm
comes in
like,
two head sculpts, by the way.
They got the chin perfect. They got, yeah.
Yeah, ball
yeah.
I like the War Machine.
If
set. She looks dope.
I don't know about you guys, have you guys owned the Iron Studios statue before?
Not yet.
No.
I had
I'm
the
telling-
Spider-Man. I had the Iron
Alright.
Studio
Oh
Spider-Man.
well, the Spider-Man, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
How'd you like that one?
It had issues.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of lucky. Mine turned out okay, but
Mhm.
Which one?
Definitely.
For which movie?
sorry.
Which Iron Studio Spider-Man is 1/10?
No, they're quarter scale. The one where he's sort of coming through Dr.
Oh,
Ock's
that
lab.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you. I'm with you.
Do you guys have any Iron Studio stuff other than I
Um,
know you guys are getting the Punisher, but
Well, I just
Vader.
I had the Weapon X, and that is such an underrated piece because XM Studios came out with theirs. The quality actually I do have an Iron Studios Vader, and that's probably one of my favorite like Darth Vader statues I own. And
But you have the Iron Studios one too?
yeah,
How did I miss that? Okay.
so the only problem is that like I don't know, everyone's kind of like on the Sideshow and Prime One, but they kind of like overlook Iron Studios. Iron Studios come out with great statues.
well, they
Um,
won the top statue of the year last year on the statue forum
For
For-
what?
for
Vader,
their Iron
right?
Studios Vader. Yeah,
Yeah,
which I'm glad they did. I mean,
What they win before that?
it
Uh,
was I think it was the XM Ghost Rider. I think won the year before that.
Oh, so they didn't
Yeah.
win anything before. Okay.
but yeah, I do have the Weapon X, which I just sold recently.
But you
just
liked it a
because-
lot, right?
I liked it a lot. I didn't want to get rid of it. It's just that
Just kidding.
no, I did. It's just that I need to focus on something, because if I don't focus on something, I'm kind of like all over the place now. If I don't focus, like I'm running seriously out of room. And I do love collecting Hot Toys and statues. I collect a lot of things. I'm not like I only collect this thing. I just like whatever I see, whatever I like. If it pleases my eyes, if I think it's different, I'm gonna pick it up.
So wait, what's your focus then? It sounds like you're trying to narrow down your
Like-
focus.
Well, the thing is, like, all right, so here's my here's my focus for Hot Toys. Hot Toys, I just collect pretty much just because
Everything.
I felt. Well, no, not really everything. I do concentrate.
Oh,
on
damn
mostly-
hot toys.
yeah, I do concentrate mostly on Marvel and Star Wars, and a little bit of DC. But in the most part, like,
Sorry.
So are you
Peggy.
getting John Wick then? Are you gonna get the John Wick?
yeah, I will do get. I mean, that's just probably like one of my. They're so small anyway that I could fit a John Wick somewhere.
Right.
But in the most part, like for all I hear is Jason giggling.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm sitting.
That's where
I'm, like,
Adrian.
trying
That's
to-
where Adrian got it from.
I don't get the joke.
You couldn't
Okay.
hear him. He's giggling while he's talking.
Yeah. So for me, like for the statues, I like collecting mostly I started off just doing all Star Wars, like villains and everything. Then I started getting off track. I started picking up Thanos on the throne. I picked up the Weapon X. So I started going off track that way and not focusing back on like what I really started with the statues. Mostly like I want to collect just the Star Wars villains. But they haven't been coming out with a lot of Star Wars villain statues, to be honest.
So what's your focus? I feel like you just talked for like 10 minutes and didn't even answer the damn question.
No, like my focus is the Star Wars villains. That's what I'm going back to.
Okay,
I went off track.
I wasn't listening. All right.
Yeah, I don't think you were.
I'm gonna say this.
But the thing was,
if they do produce that that Millennium Falcon cockpit, I'm not into Hot Toys at all. I will be getting that. That's about my limit right there. You know.
Yeah.
And I get Han and Chewie, and then I'm done.
Yeah. But for Hot Toys, I mean, I see it's hard to. I mean, seriously, in the convention, I felt the Hot Toys kicked ass. I think they kicked ass over the statues, because I felt like with the statues there were a few that I actually like the Rogue, and what else caught my eye? You know, a couple of statues that caught my eye. But for the Hot Toys, I'm like, all right, I want that one. I want that one. I want. Yeah, they came out strong.
I think Hot Toys Star Wars is better than Hot Toys statues for the majority consistently. Like if you look at like, let's see, I mean, who's got? Let me focus on Thor. Thor's got a bunch of kick-ass Star Wars statues. Iron Studios, Vader, and a bunch of those. Yeah, both of those. I think Hot Toys hits it out of the park more often. Yeah. I think Rodney wants me to focus on a certain Skywalker down there.
With the Hot Toys, they just keep going up, and I don't see the improvement in the quality for the price.
Really? What have
you guys got to consider here? We got to pay like convert to American price.
Like you standard. Okay, put it this way:
you buy it from their store.
Hot Toys in a shop here, retail is about between $280 to $340.
Woo! Wow. American?
No, Australian. I don't live in America.
Oh, I thought you were talking real money.
Oh, God.
Not Monopoly money. Just kidding.
Oh. So, I mean, look.
The money that's not laced in cocaine.
You have to pay like DJ. Hold on, like a $250 hot toy. You said would cost you what in Australian? Or I'm sorry, like a regular.
Well, $250 would be about like $280, $290.
About $300.
I would say the same thing. I would say the same thing for Canada.
American hot toy.
Oh, you're from Canada, Gina?
Yeah, I would say the same thing from Canada as well. Probably.
Yeah, okay.
Probably. I mean, I haven't priced Hot Toys. I haven't bought one, but that would be my guess as well. Yeah. I know we're very similar to Australian and the Australian.
Yeah,
dollars,
our currency exchange is virtually identical.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, like one of the main reasons I collect Hot Toys is space. You know, space is always like, you can look in the back of me. I have like all boxes back there. So if there's something like I like in terms of a character that I know that, all right, if I start picking up this, then I can't, you know, like you would want to collect a whole bunch. Like if you start with the Marvel MCU Hot Toys, like you can collect a whole bunch of them and fit them in like a DTOF, and, you know, you save space that way. Now, if I decide to collect all of, like, you know, Marvel statues, I mean, unless it's 1/5 scale, I won't have the room for it. So,
well, I think too that I think Hot Toys gives you the opportunity to collect an entire line.
Exactly.
As you were saying, I think the days with statues of collecting an entire line of statues, I think those days are kind of gone.
Yeah,
just because the price point is just so much now.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
You're not going to find someone that's buying every, you know, oh, I want to collect the entire Sideshow X-Men line now. Like, you're not buying that anymore. That used to be, when I started collecting, that used to be the mindset, and that was sort of feasible in a way. Not anymore. Yeah.
Still mine. I want to
prototypes.
I mean, we're still buying statues, but now that mindset of collecting the entire line, I think it's slow. I think that's slowing down just because of the price point of statues. But Hot Toys, you can still do that, I think.
Yeah,
but that's good, because I think it's silly to buy the whole line if you don't like every one of them.
I think so.
You don't want to buy a whole set.
Yeah,
I think so too. But I would never criticize someone for.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool to have a whole set of something. Like if you're going the whole
Yeah, but I mean,
line.
if you're not invested in the character, like if you don't like it, you just drop like $800 on a piece that you're looking at just to complete a
Just to
set.
fit it in.
Your least, like if they're like, you got your few favorites, yeah, and you got the least favorite, it's still cool to have them in the. It makes it just look better overall, especially on a display.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we're the odd couple.
You know, actually, there were 3 Hot Toys there that I liked. I liked them all, Hot Toy.
Yeah,
and the Dark Side Anakin.
Amen.
And I'm not getting them, but the quarter scale Vader.
Yeah,
that's kind of tempting to me because I always look at Hot Toys as, you know, a statue that I can change every day. Like I can change the pose when I get bored with it. So that Vader would work, you know, for something like that, because I don't like most of the Vader poses that are turned into statues.
See, I collect statues, not dolls.
Oh my God, Jason!
Oh, God.
They're all toys, even your statue.
Yeah. What do you think? Your wife comes in and she sees all the statues. She doesn't see art; she sees toys.
No, we've already had that discussion. She's well aware of what the difference is between a statue and an articulated figure.
She says that they're toys.
She says that when she's not around.
If Jason pisses mom off, that's it. They're toys and dolls. That's what she does.
No,
yeah, okay, but Jason, if you can have one hot toy for free, which one would it be?
Well, I've actually got a few. I've got General Zod and a couple of Superman ones and stuff like that.
The new ones, yeah.
Oh, new ones.
I want the Deathstroke.
Price is not an issue. You can get, if you could pick one, what would you choose?
Look, I love their Iron Man, like their die-cast Iron Man. I think
Oh, they look great.
Yeah, I think they do really good work with that. So I'd probably take an Iron Man.
The Deathstroke was pretty cool, man. Go on.
Yeah, Deathstroke did, but I mean, I'm not a big fan of the material with figurines because it stretches and fades, and you get balls on them and stuff, you know. So
you get what on them?
Like, you know, when you get little balls,
fabrics,
the fabric balls you get.
Oh, okay. I was like, did he just say the same word twice and think it was something different?
I thought he said, "Hey guys, we have a."
I'm not doing it. I just like, did he just say the same word twice? That's all.
So, pop culture shock, Jason, roll it.
Wait, hold up, just real quick. Just going back to what Gina was mentioning, because she really touched on a good point about like the statues now compared to what, because you've been collecting for a while, right, Gina?
I mean, not as I wouldn't call myself one of the OGs. I think maybe 5, 6 years. So
but
there's people collecting longer than me.
But you were able to collect like some of the smaller scale statues like Sideshow released, and like where you can collect the whole, remember?
You mean the Comic-Con lines and stuff?
Yeah.
So, and going back to your point about that, it's just that like those were, I mean, those were the good old days and stuff. But I just, I want to do that and be able to collect the whole X-Men line. Well, I mean, most of the X-Men I liked. I mean, what don't I like is, I mean, a few X-Men, but those are the characters they won't release. But in the most part, I would love to have the whole X-Men line. But unfortunately, because of the price, because of the scale of it, I can't, because the Comic-Cons were smaller, right?
Correct me. Fifth scale. Some of them were. Some of them was true quarters, and others were fifth. But I've got like Storm, Magneto, and Rogue all in one Vesticube. So
now, if here's my question to you guys: if they maintain the same quality but in a smaller scale, like a 1/5 scale, would you collect? And it's cheaper, like $400. Would you try to collect the whole line?
If it's cheaper, yes.
Of what?
No. If the quality's the same and it's cheaper and the size is just a little bit smaller, then probably yes.
Would you collect like the whole line of the X-Men?
Probably.
In 1/5 scale by PCS?
No, by Sideshow.
Oh.
No.
Nah.
That's my answer.
I don't think I think I can't remember who said it, but it may have been Jason, but I wouldn't collect something that that didn't appeal to me. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to spend the money and just to have it just. There's no point. I don't have that mindset. Yeah, I don't have that mindset.
Or box
I understand. Yeah, but I do understand that other collectors do. Like I think it's a very classic collector mentality that makes sense. Just it goes back to trading cards. It goes back to whatever. So some people have that mentality, and I would never criticize it. I think it makes sense from a certain point of view. But to answer your question, yeah. But just to answer your question, no, I wouldn't. I would still pick and choose because I'm sure there'd be a few of them that I would not. That just wouldn't appeal to me. So
yeah.
No, I would not collect the entire line.
Only Wolverine would be all right.
Okay.
Pop culture shot, Jason. Hit it.
Sorry,
Yeah, Kuma, man. That Kuma is treacherous. Yeah. When they start making figures?
I think that's recent.
Yeah, they need to retire that, bro.
Yeah, it looks awful.
Yeah,
like
I think that's off the rack from Toys R Us, man.
Does Slain have enough blood on it for you, Rodney?
This is the real reason.
Like that one. I don't know what it's from.
This is the real reason Toys R Us went out of business.
They gave him a piece.
Right. Oh, this is Slain. So Slain's a British comic called I think the comic's called 2000 AD.
Yeah, 2000 AD.
Oh,
yeah.
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
If they do a Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, I'm in. See, I'm not feeling
Sakura. Yeah.
I think. Oh wow, it's a
Prototypes has my heart.
Oh, that's the one that's supposed
to
look
like that though.
Yeah, I like these.
I like that Ultimate Prime. I love the look of that.
This is mine right here.
That's
the Storm Shadow, the cold as ice, man.
I want to see that painted.
I want to see Snake Eyes.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
They didn't have much.
Yeah. So go ahead, man.
Yeah, I noticed that too. WonderCon was a bit better in that regard.
Yeah, they actually had more at WonderCon than
offer.
Yeah.
So who's going first?
I guess I'm going first. That Ultimate Warrior got my curiosity. Not that I want it, but I'm hopeful that they do some, because I do watch wrestling. I grew up watching wrestling, so I'm hopeful that they do some other, a Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels. If they go WCW, if they did like a Nikita Koloff, Ric Flair type thing, like those.
Macho Man. Macho Man
would be cool. Yeah, I would like
Slim Jim in his hand.
Like without the Slim Jim, but I would like those. And like Thor was saying, that Storm Shadow, I'm very curious to see that painted up, because I'm sure it's not going to be Prime 1 price, and if it's good enough, I would definitely consider that. A lot of their Street Fighter stuff doesn't work for me just because their Street Fighter pieces look too polished for me. But
expand upon
that. They look too clean. They look like they haven't been in a fight. So the prototypes, Street Fighter stuff that Eric Sosa's doing.
Yeah, Prototype Z.
I like those. But the prototypes and the PCS ones don't look the same.
They're a little bit more damaged. Like you can see some bruising and stuff.
They look like they look worn. So they look like they've been in a fight. So,
for me, the Storm Shadow, because all the other Storm Shadows, and haven't been many, like they kind of do their own take on them, and for some reason they just never look right to me. Like they didn't look like off the, similar to the show. This one looks similar, like that kind of elegant kind of stance. You know what I mean? That he always had, and the wristbands don't have all these arrows and stuff. I mean that's cool, but it just that one just to me captures Storm Shadow perfect, in my opinion. So I'm excited to see. I would be to see the Snake Eyes, and I've always wanted them. I'm a big G.I. Joe fan, if you can't tell. I've always wanted them to do a Firefly. Firefly was always my favorite character. I mean, he was like a minuscule character, but I just always the way he looked. I
don't even remember that guy.
Pyro Thor.
Huh?
What was that?
Release your inner Pyromania Thor. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Nah, I mean, he was a saboteur, but I just thought he was cool all the time. So what you guys think? Since you guys are on,
have they shown the Storm Shadow painted? I'm just seeing unpainted.
No, it's not painted, but the sculpt looks great to me.
Is that third scale?
No, it's 1/4. I just saw the video. It stopped at the thing. It says 1/4
Oh, yeah,
on the.
1/4?
Oh, is it?
the
Oh, that's
tag.
great. I thought it was 1/6. Like to me, it looked kind of small. But
Yeah, it looks like it's right next to Slain in this video. It looks the same size too. So I think it's safe to say it's 1/4.
About you, Jeannie, you see anything?
I think for me, what stood out was that Ultimate Warrior. I thought that looked pretty cool. I thought, and it sort of gave a glimpse of what they could do with that license.
Yeah.
So I think that was exciting. I think it's good. Yeah.
All right, PJ.
I have to agree with Gina. The Ultimate Warrior, that was my favorite wrestler when I grew up.
That was my
Especially
second
when
favorite.
I mean, I watch wrestling too, Ronnie. I just don't watch wrestling now. I just felt like after the Attitude Era, it just felt different, you know. For me, Ultimate Warrior was the Ultimate Warrior. And when he faced against, when he fought against like Hulk Hogan, like
WrestleMania 6.
yeah, that was. Oh,
God, he knows which one too.
I knew.
The WWE Network. What up, Ryan?
Ryan. Oh, friggin' nerd.
I mean, that was heavy stuff back in the day.
I remember that fight too. Like that was an awesome fight. And I used to pretend like I was Ultimate Warrior. Trying to grab on like the freaking towels and shaking it like so I get my power. And I was like,
we all been there, bro. Don't worry about it.
You didn't talk like him, did you?
I don't think he talked. Right? Oh, I was gonna say.
I don't think he talked.
He didn't talk much. I think I forgot how he talked.
I always found him to be the most like ripped of all the wrestlers.
Yeah, that's why I said this statue. He looks a little small. You know what I mean? He was big. He was bigger than that, man.
He was very, very defined. Like he had every single muscle was defined.
He was huge. That dude was huge.
So he did more roids.
He's cut. No, there's a difference between cut up and huge. He was huge.
Yeah, he had the super roids.
Yeah, he was.
He never looked bulky.
Put it in both butt cheeks or something, or whatever they do. Yeah, that's how they get. Anyway, sorry. That came out weird. Sorry.
What I was gonna say is that do you guys would you guys collect a lot of like any of the video game series like statue wise?
No, I wouldn't.
I got Guile, 1/4 Guile on the way, and 1/3 Sagat.
Justice.
You talking about from PCS?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a guy.
You mean from PCS?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Mortal Kombat, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm not.
You're not into it? I thought you'd be into it. When I saw that Raiden on
the Raiden was amazing.
Yeah, how they did the effects of Raiden.
Dude,
Yeah.
did you see the PCS Sub-Zero that comes out really soon? The light up?
Yeah, we saw that there.
1/4?
Dude, they're absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
Light up eyes. I never even played Mortal Kombat 10, but that looked great.
Yeah, I'm not even that into Mortal Kombat, but seeing those statues just making me want to get it. Just
Look, I'm actually most impressed with that they're doing more 2000 AD products. I mean, I was a big fan growing up reading the 2000 AD short stories and books. And like Slain wasn't really a favorite of mine, but I mean, if they're doing like the lesser known characters like Slain, then you might be getting an ABC Warrior or a Ma and Pa Angel or something.
Way out of my it's way out of my area. That's what I'm gonna say. Like,
I had no idea.
With the lineup that I just saw, man, I've got nothing to really say about it. Like, not really interested in anything.
Oh, the Angel family are from Judge Dredd. They're a band of criminals from the Outlands.
Wait, just a quick question, guys. Now, I felt like PCS was kind of weak in this con.
Yeah, they had like one thing or two statues.
Yeah, I just
tough times, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with PCS. I know they had that whole like deal with Sideshow to distribute their statues, so that's
it's quite odd since they were such a high caliber, like basically at the WonderCon, and now
in a
short period, it seems like it's just gone down a bit.
Maybe they jumped on last minute with Sideshow or something because of that or something.
Well, no, we know that they're in the process of moving their facilities and that cross country and everything like that. So then they had some issues with some staff members leaving, and someone had a horrible accident and was laid up for a while. And these were all like legitimate things that happened. They just had a horrible run of bad luck over the course of like 6 months there. So hopefully they can turn it all around.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
I reckon they could.
Well, I want my Judge Dredd statue.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, do you have Weta in the lineup? WETA Weta.
Winner? No.
Yeah. All right. So just in relation to video games, just really quick, guys. Weta unveiled like the Tomb Raider statue.
Oh yes.
Holy
I
moly!
do like that one.
I know Weta is expensive, but I don't really collect too many video game statues. But damn, that with the panther right like on top of the tree.
On the tree, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is a dope. If Rogue Rick is still in the chat, Rick, I mean, I know he's a big Tomb Raider fan. That statue is like,
yeah, it was sick.
That blew me away. I was like, wow, Weta is back in the game because they disappeared for a little bit, right?
I thought don't they make Overwatch or Blizzard's WoW statues?
Yeah, they do a lot of work for Blizzard and stuff like that. So like the
At least
Gromash.
the one for this scale, I thought.
So maybe the price might not be too crazy. Is that?
Yeah,
the last I haven't seen any of their pieces be majorly expensive except for some of their Lord of the Rings pieces.
See, the Warcraft ones are huge.
Yeah,
the Warcraft
their Warcraft pieces go up in huge amounts of value after they're sold out.
No, I'm not talking about the Blizzard ones. They have their own. I think they have their own line of Blizzard. I'm sorry, they have the Warcraft movie.
Damn Toys.
Oh shit, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah, because Damn Toys, their ones are about like 1,300.
No, you're right. I totally botched that.
Yeah. But no, the ones that you get from them, like their Blizzard line, like the ones that we've got, I think they're about 450, 500 for their quarter scales when they come out. Like that Illidan Storm Range, she wasn't expensive either. I think she's only like 450.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Are you talking about the 1/5 ones from Blizzard? Like Sylvanas?
Yeah,
they're more quarter.
No, you're talking about Sylvanas and Illidan?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 1/5.
The 1/5?
I have Sylvanas right here. Yeah, she's 1/5.
Oh, you have Sylvanas?
Yeah, she's dope.
Oh man.
So what's you guys guess on the price of that Tomb Raider then?
That's gonna be, I don't know,
5, 6.
Yeah, probably 5, 6. I hope so because that was. Would you get that? Are you a fan of the Tomb Raider?
Not me. I don't know. I don't play video games. No.
Oh, okay.
Looks good though. Looks great.
It's off the movie though. I thought, right?
It's off the movie.
It looked like the game.
I don't watch that movie.
I'm
sure it's good.
Y'all fell asleep in that movie.
Just me and you, PJ.
I'm sorry.
See, just you and Rodney seen that movie.
PJ.
Did I watch that Tomb Raider movie? No, I played the.
Is it good, guys? So wait, so who saw that movie?
movie?
Who saw that movie? Is it good?
Just Rodney
I
and
watched
PJ.
it, but I fell asleep.
Just Rodney saw the movie. That's it.
It was just boring.
So that I just want to show you. That's the Panther.
Okay, yeah, hold on.
That
click
looks,
on it. Click on it.
I can't. Oh, that's mine. I can't.
Oh no, we got it. Oh,
I just can't find like a better picture.
I couldn't find.
Don't go full screen.
Yeah, but that's pretty dope.
Well, that's okay, PJ, because it's fun time now because we about to talk Star Wars.
Oh man,
It's all for you, boys. All for you.
Jason, lay it down, homie.
Let's see if they got something I would like.
I do like Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda. Actually, that turned out pretty well.
3 or 4 feet.
He looks old as
I know,
sin.
Gina, you collect a lot of Star Wars statues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I said it's fun time, Jack.
I like how they even got the liver spots down properly.
He's like,
Oh, for Obi-Wan? Yeah.
You're like 1.5 feet.
Jason.
Again, going Hail Mary over here with Vader.
Yeah, someone did a meme of that Vader.
I know, it's hilarious.
But then that Vader, I think it's pretty good. It's like the one out
I
of
like
Rogue
it too. I want the statue. I don't want
I
that.
think a statue is gonna be huge.
I think that Vader pose PF is not good.
No.
No, it's not.
It
On
looks like-
so many levels.
Go deep.
And you said that's from Rogue One.
They said it's from Rogue One. They talking about that's the hallway scene. I was like, it
He
took
never
me.
jumped.
No, he didn't. And
Only the
doesn't-
base looks like it.
I mean, he's not. He's standing on some debris. Is what it
Yeah,
is.
but the base, like that looked like Rogue One. That's it.
Yeah, it's
Awful.
Yeah, they need
I
to.
thought it
They
was
need
more the
to.
scene where where he's reaching and he pulls all their guns.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
but-
the scene should be. That's what it should be.
I like
That mall life
No.
bust is.
To me, if they were going for that, when he put the guy on the ceiling, he's holding him like this, and he's got the
Yeah.
saber like down by his side.
That should have been it.
That would have been better.
So like a
Then-
diorama, though?
No, I
So
mean,
you wouldn't want to see the other guy up in the air? Because I figure if he's going to do that, I need to see the other guy. Otherwise, he's just holding.
well, if
the
they're
fist.
making a PF, they're trying to make a PF, not a
Yeah,
diorama.
but then
Another
I mean,
Boba
they-
Fett,
but
yeah.
they've already done that pose.
That's the Mr. Freeze
But I mean-
pose.
You got to put like a wall or something.
Oh my gosh, that's a horrible.
frame.
Yeah, that face is mental.
Yeah, but here's the problem with the Hot Toys or the Sideshow 1/6 scale figures. If you hold them by the head and jiggle them,
Yeah.
it feels like one of those puppets, those wooden
Yeah.
puppets.
Yeah,
The
sideshow
joints
figures
just
are-
flop around. They are awful. I used to own the Django one, and it was trash. I paid the $150 and I was still pissed.
I'm with you too. I got the Superman 6 scale, and it's shit.
Yeah, it is, and you know what? I had the Darth Maul one, and I was so pissed when it was like jiggling. I was like,
I almost bought it too, and I was like, "Wait, it's
I
not
sold it. I was just like,
puppet
yeah.
limbs again."
Yeah, it's
Let's
just.
go.
I mean, it's a good sculpt, but that figure looked
Their
horrible.
sculpts have gotten a lot better, but yeah, it still doesn't fix the
I don't
fact.
know. It's but it got a lot better, and then they just take 5 steps back. Like, did you see that Luke Cage?
That's what-
That
it doesn't look like
It
anything.
looked really cheap, eh?
it looks like a toy. Like, I know we call, but that one just looks like
Generic
a
black
straight
guy.
up like $12 like figure.
Yeah.
Jason,
So Star Wars.
let's have Gina talk about.
Dina, what do you think? What caught your eye?
I really love that life size Darth Maul bust.
hmm
I think to me that was a complete surprise, and that to me is the big standout. Because they released a few other things as well, but for me personally, that one really stood out. And I picked something that I haven't heard many people really talk about. I do like their 6 scale Jabba the Hutt. That whole Jabba the Hutt palace, and then it comes with the pillows and the different accessories. I mean, I'm not into 6 scale, but I think that can display quite nicely if you have a collection, even though it's not in the same scale as your quarter scale stuff.
Right.
No one's ever going to get a quarter scale.
No.
So I think that
full scale.
so I like that one, and they have a few other statues as well that I think were nice, but I think for me it's definitely the Darth Maul bust.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get it, Gina?
I'm like,
Are you a bust person?
probably no, not really. I only
You got too much room, right?
not just that, but I just prefer the full figure. I do have one bust on order. That's the Boba Fett bust, the new Boba Fett bust. But other than that, I have a few busts. I have the Spider Woman bust. What else? What other bust do I have? I'm trying to remember. I think that might just be it. The Spider Woman bust.
You need to do a room tour, Gina.
I have the Spider-Man bust. I have the life-size Spider-Man bust.
You need to do a room tour.
I do.
I was looking at your channel. I was like, no room tour? What is this? I was kidding.
Yes. So what about you guys? Yeah.
PJ, it's
Yeah.
on you, brother.
Yeah, I have to agree with Gina. I mean, it's lacking. The things that I would pick up from there is the Mythos Boba, but I'm very, very, very skeptical because of what Ryan said before about Sideshow's figures being so cheap, and after a while they wobble. It's just really a huge turnoff for a collector. And the Darth Maul life-size bust. I don't collect busts. That's the only thing. But that Darth Maul just came out of nowhere. In terms of statues, I just, like I said before, I'm trying to stick to a theme, like the keyword trying, and they haven't come out with any
Predator.
I'm sorry.
Like Predator.
Well, Predator is going to be a standalone. I'm actually going to display him by itself because I love Predator. But the Dart, what I'm looking for is Emperor. I think
Yes,
a lot
Lord.
of us are looking for Emperor what else? I mean, they have the Stormtrooper premium format that's coming out with the Han Solo swap out head. That's cool, but I don't know. The pose looks so weird. It just looks so weird. It's like he has his legs bow-legged, and he's like, I don't know. It's just weird. But I think that's about it. Really, there's nothing caught my eye. I don't know, the Princess Leia premium format. I'm not too sure. I might consider it. The Obi-Wan looks really cool. I might consider that. But I mean, in terms of characters, like me and Thor have been really wanting an emperor on the throne, or any emperor, even like the royal guards. I mean, give us that, right? Thor.
Yeah, man. It's every con that comes, I wait. I like, please let this be the con that the Emperor comes out, and it never is. You know what I mean? They made another Vader, and and it's supposed to be Rogue One, but to me, I'm not a big fan of it. And
yeah, that pose is horrible.
Other than, like I said, I'm not gonna. Vader's my guy, but I'm not gonna have 15 Vaders. You know what I mean? If they do, like I said, the only time I would get it another one is if he's on the in the meditation chamber. The Maul bust looks great. I don't collect busts, but I think it looks fantastic. I do Yoda. I would get, what I mean. I see how it goes down the road. And Jabba. I had the other Jabba before this one, but I'm not sure he would fit in one of my cubicles here. I'd have to see, but I would get that again because this one looks a lot better. And plus, this comes with Salacious Crumb. The other one didn't. So you pretty much got your whole, but then I'm not getting no figures to go with it. That's the thing. It would look better if he had if he had Boba and he had Bib Fortuna and he had all like his crew around him. But I'm not getting no figures. So he's just gonna have to chill with his boy, and then that's gonna be it.
Did you see they released Lando today?
Yeah, that's a figure, man. They got I need a statue. I need a Lando statue. I want Bespin or outfit or when his general outfit on. They always got. See, that's the one. That's that one they just released. That's the one my mother was hollering, "Don't kill Billy D," back in 1983. Gina, I don't know if you heard this story. I'm gonna tell you right quick.
No, I haven't heard it.
Oh, you heard? Okay, good. Yeah, that's the one where she was hollering, "Don't kill Billy D." I don't want that one. I need the Bespin outfit. I need the general one. From Jedi. So Ryan, it's on you, player.
None of them. For me, I think it's going to be Hot Toys or bust right now because every time I look at the price for some of the cool ones that Thor has or PJ, it just makes me cry on the inside. It's like $600 for a piece that costs $250. I'm not doing that. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go the Hot Toys route because I used to have like 25 Hot Toys, and like three of my top three were like, I think it was the Vader one from A New Hope, where like they had the sounds.
Oh yeah.
No, I never used the sounds. It was just the best Vader I could find. And of course, as soon as I got it, they released the Rogue One, so that was fun because that was $100 cheaper, so that was great. But I like that, and I think I had two diecast War Machines that were my other favorites. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Hot Toys or bust for me until they come up with like a decent sculpt. I don't know who approved that. I mean, if I'd seen that, I would have been like, "What's he doing?"
Yeah. I mean, like some of the stuff like is very suspect. Like when they released the Chewbacca, I was like, "Wait, isn't this the Chewbacca that was released?" Like,
yeah.
I was like, "What's going on here?" Yeah, I agree. It'd be cool with that legendary Yoda is that like if you could actually like have some sort of like motion detecting like as you walk by, like you have like this voice box or something like you put behind the statue, so when you walk by, like Yoda gives you like a quote or something.
Like Teddy Ruxpin.
So
yeah. Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
I don't know. I thought that would be cool.
It'd be cool if they had like a stormtrooper, and every time you went by him, he goes, "Move along." That'd be kind of cool. Like a motion sensor.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
That stormtrooper bust looks pretty cool.
Oh, there's a stormtrooper bust. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's like this. It looks pretty cool.
From the new movies or from the old one?
No, it's a new. No, it's being shipped out now, I think.
I think
It's
you
the-
mean, is it first order or was it
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
sorry.
no. It's the original.
the original?
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk about any first order.
I know that's
Oh,
They don't,
really?
they don't count. They don't count in my
Oh,
book.
Man.
You're among friends, Gina.
Jason, anything you guys saw that caught you out?
Honestly, and I mean, look, I know collecting isn't about investing or anything like that, but I'm hard pressed counting besides a couple of the pieces you've got there, like Darth Talon and that, where Star Wars figures retain their value and you can't pick them up a couple of years down the track half price. You know what
Do
I mean?
you own any Star Wars pieces?
Sorry?
Do you own any Star Wars pieces, Jason?
Yeah, I've got Darth Vader Mythos. I've had Chewbacca exclusive. I've had Han Solo exclusive. Luke Skywalker Bespin exclusive.
Yes, it's fine. You don't need to brag. I'm just kidding.
The only
No,
one I've got
seriously, you're right.
is the Vader Mythos.
Those are nice. Vader Mythos is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Darth Maul, life-size bust, just so I can have it smack in the middle of the man cave and stare at people as they walk in. But that's just me. Maybe even have it in the car.
Yeah.
I actually do like the mall bus, and the speeder
Looks
bike
good.
with the trooper on it, the 6 scale. You don't like it, but I like it.
No, I like it. I want the quarter scale one from back in the day, but they want buku cash for that, so
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna get it.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, how much do you think that that bus is gonna be? That mall bus?
1,000.
I mean, if it's,
Wow.
I mean, Gina, how much was the Boba one? Because that
The
was
Boo one was over. Yeah, it was 11
What
Well,
about
yeah.
Kylo?
or so, or 12. But then that one lit up though. That one I think has a light feature.
Did you pick that one up?
So, sorry.
yeah. She said she got them.
I ordered the Boba Fett bust.
Ah, man, I know. I'm debating. I'm not a bus person, but I mean, I'll make an exception for Boba any day.
But I'm thinking that one would cost a bit more just because it had a light up feature. So maybe that's a bit more. Maybe the mall will be a bit cheaper than that. But
How much was Kylo? Anybody?
I think he was up there too. I think he was
Yeah,
about
'cause I
1,000.
think-
yeah.
I think Maul is probably more popular than Kylo.
I think so.
I agree.
I think so.
Kylo with his little pussy fits, dude, that just kills the character.
But the
for
thing,
me.
Kylo was just a mask and some fabric. Really, is what they said it was. you know?
Yeah.
It's like a little kid mask.
It makes me wish I collected bus. I like
But
that.
you know what? To save you money is that you will pick up the Anovos helmet, get someone to like make the hood, and just buy a mannequin and put,
Oh, for the Kylo.
and then you can actually wear the helmet. I don't think you can wear the helmet for the bus.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to do it. But, no.
Sounds like a lot of work.
So look, we almost there, y'all. Let's move on to Terminator, Predator. Any other things that caught you out? Did you
Video for this?
you got a video for this, Jason? Oh, nice.
Oh, deep dive.
Deep
Here we go.
dive.
Oh, we're deep diving right now. Oh, shoot.
Deep into the pool stuff.
This is
Yeah.
yeah, this one looks.
I like this. Yeah, I wouldn't buy it, but
I wouldn't buy it either.
Yeah, I would buy it.
Yeah,
I like it, but I'm not.
yeah, I like it.
I don't like
It's
this.
your favorite piece right
No,
here.
I don't like this one.
Yeah,
That's just.
In person, she's actually quite impressive.
I know, but I was hoping for something different.
Oh, this one I'm getting Orko because I got the.
You are not getting
You're
Orko.
getting Orko.
I am getting Orko.
No, you're not.
I'm not passing
Why
on.
won't they just make that the exclusive face, the regular?
Look
You
at
get that
that.
lino to go with your mum run for?
Negative, sir. See, this is part of my
Camera looks great.
Oh,
cruddy
there. Female statue of the year,
No,
right?
it's the one behind her. It's the
Female
one-
statue of the year until this one
That
comes
one,
out.
No,
PJ.
this one.
There you go, PJ.
No.
Get in the back, PJ.
Oh wow, her
No,
hands
no.
translucent. That's pretty, or transparent. That's pretty cool.
Exactly, Ryan.
It's not that cool, but it's cool.
Yeah, I think these
Me and
fairy
Gina are
tale
Red
ones
Sonja.
look nice,
Red
but
Sonja.
I don't like the
Never
sexual
buying
relationship
any of
with
these.
child
I'm
children.
not buying any of these.
I like the Alice in Wonderland.
That's
The
cool.
house
I
is
like the
nice.
Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those aliens.
I don't know about
There's no
the
way
chicken.
I'm ever
I mean,
getting
Alien
one.
Warrior.
With that third eye.
It does look like a chicken.
I have this one, the Alien Egg. It's pretty
Really?
cool. Yeah,
How much was that thing?
I got it for like $40.
Is it life size?
No, it's small, quarter scale.
Okay.
How about Adrian, Jason? We start with y'all, man. Did you see anything?
Look, I like that T800 at the beginning there.
Yeah,
that was
pretty cool.
really nice, man. Considering the last one they did just is actually astronomical in price. I like the Alien Queen Marquette as well. Thought that looked pretty good, especially the close up of the head, because I've seen it in person and that when we went there. But yeah, pretty much, I wouldn't be getting that female Terminator. I think if they had done like a Summer Glau one or something like that, like from the Sarah Connor Chronicles or something, then would have been a bit better.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
Aspen.
doesn't really do it for me. Aspen, can't wait, man. Can't wait.
That's actually, it's going to be really good when he gets it.
I'm going to dethrone yours, PJ.
Oh, that's me and Gina. Gina, what do you think? Do you think Red Sonja can be dethroned?
I don't know. I'm biased. I love the Red Sonja, so. Yeah.
Do you have both Red Sonjas, Gina?
I do, yeah. The second one and this one.
Are you keeping the second one?
Yes, I'm keeping the second one.
Okay. I was going to say, she's selling it. I'd be like,
Which one do you like?
I was going to try and hit you up.
I was going to be like, let's talk.
Hey, Gina, which one do you like better, the second or third one?
You know, I like certain things about the second one. I like certain things about this new one. So, I think the pose on this new one is a lot better. I think it looks better from all different angles. And I like the armor on this one. I like the mixed media on this one better. I love the weapons on this one better. But on the second one, nothing beats that crimson here, that red crimson here. Nothing beats the paint job on that. Like the paint job. And I think
the head sculpt.
The head sculpt I think, well, they're both good. They're just different. I don't know if I have a preference in terms of the face, but I think I do prefer the skin color.
What about the first one they did?
I never had the first one. I'm not really impressed with that.
The frost giant head.
Yeah. No, I never.
She said she wasn't impressed by that one.
It doesn't matter. I still like it.
Those were her exact
words. I was the one that paid for it, so I gotta like it.
No, it just wasn't my. It just wasn't my taste, I think. But
hey, Gina. So apparently, a certain somebody, Ronnie, kept on talking about the blood splatter.
Yes,
there isn't enough on the third one.
For me, no, there's not.
I think it's done well. Could there be more? Sure, I think there could be more, but I think it was done well.
Let me ask you.
Are you guys saying that are you saying that there isn't enough blood splatter on it?
I say that. To me, it looks like she got in a fight, killed a bunch of monsters or whatever, then took a shower and put back on her bloody clothes because the blood stops right at her knee.
Oh, I see.
It doesn't seem right to me. But that's me.
You talking about the second one?
No, the one that PJ has. It stops right at the top of
I would
knee.
actually you're talking about the second one because she looks.
Well, I mean, comparing the people that they fought, I mean, a snake and a half-dead soldier.
Okay, so PJ, was that soldier standing up? So if she slit his throat and she's standing up, there should be blood up somewhere else on her body, not down at her knees. I don't know why we're talking about this.
Y'all playing Dexter up in here, doing blood splatter.
I know Dexter. Yeah, exactly. Dexter over here.
I don't hate your statue. I like it. I just think there should be more blood. You chump.
Me and Roddy always. Gina, don't mind me and Roddy. Me and Roddy, we totally don't see eye to eye in some cases.
He's my brother from another mother. He's just always.
Yeah, let's put it this way: if we were like brothers and we're like sleep in the same room, we would not sleep because we would have like arguments all the way to like
And that's why we'd be soundproof in y'all room so that everybody else.
So Jason, you think that Aspen can give Red Sonja a run for her money?
Yeah, well, my wife does. It's her piece.
Yeah.
It's less and less believable.
Yeah, my Red Sonja. Well, actually, the Red Sonja isn't mine either. It's the wife's. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So when does
female
that
statues?
when
So
does
are
that
the-
Aspen ship? When does that Aspen ship out?
Well, it was meant to be this month, but I mean,
Okay.
the time's a ticking, Sideshow. I'm waiting for my shipping notice.
All right. I'm looking forward to your review then. Because
Yeah.
it looks good. It looks like it's going to be a good
Hands on it
statue.
too.
Rodney's getting it too, so
Yeah,
we'll be.
Oh, you're getting it too.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
be
you heard
live
it too.
unboxing. So
I'm telling you, Team Red Sonja versus Team Aspen.
look, we shutting y'all down right now. So we going. No, man,
I
come
didn't
on.
say mine on this.
Okay, yeah. Say yours.
Okay, so real quick. I love the alien statues. I can't get any of the fairy tale statues because they just look too
Sensual.
sexy.
Sexualized.
And I got girls.
Sultry.
Yeah,
For
it just
children's,
looks- it just
like
looks
the
too.
stories we grew up on as kids.
Yeah, my kids didn't grow up on. Yeah, look too adult to be little kid.
I do agree with you, Rodney, on especially on the Little Mermaid one. I mean, that one is really. I mean, I like it though, but I do agree that one's really sexualized. Like it's
Even the way the cat is looking.
Alice.
Oh my goodness!
I'm actually gonna get Alice.
Tinkerbell's probably the least of the
Cat
ones.
got some stuff on his mind. But and now of course I'm getting Aspen, so I love that one. I actually don't hate the Lion-O so much. I just think I wish they had used the exclusive head as the regular, because the face that they use as the regular doesn't make sense to me. He should show some emotion. I love the Mumra, but it doesn't match up right with that calm face on Lion-O. So
I agree.
And for our last topic, the Court of the Dead.
Uh-oh, is there a video on this one?
I don't think I've seen this video.
Yeah, I haven't collected.
I already know.
The series always creep me out a little bit.
I take this over that Batman Who Laughs, man. You know that
Got that. That was cool, but he should always have the hood on. I don't understand him without the hood.
Their Court of the Dead pieces are really amazing, especially since these are just like, they're not based off like, another.
It's their own license.
It's their own license.
The thing is, when you see them in person, there's a lot more they can do with the statues.
Wow.
Because they're not paying for any license, so they put a lot. You could tell that there's a lot more quality put into these statues. They can get a lot more out of the factories from these statues.
Really? Do you own one, Gina?
Yeah, I have two. I have Cleopsis and Malvestros.
Oh yeah. I remember your review.
Gina, I'm just wondering, got a quick question what you were saying, how you saying because licensing and all that they actually got more room to work on the statues, like they can do more. Would you have an example for that? Because I'm just curious.
I would say just on their mixed media, I would say it's just excellent compared to other things I've seen on their other statues, and just the whole complexity. They can do the same thing from their factory on a Marvel piece, but it will cost like 20% more.
Yeah, and then you've got to get license approval for any changes that you make.
Exactly. I think right. So for the same price from the factory, they can get a lot more out of a Court of the Dead statue.
Actually,
yeah.
Ravlik is growing on me. I wasn't thinking about him at all.
You got this one.
I got this
one.
one.
Rodney has this one.
These are so creepy, dude.
Like I said, I take these over Batman Who Laughs any day.
I'm actually thinking about these prestige figures.
This is something that like I kind of resist. I'm like, no, but there's just a few of them that I just can't resist. I'm like,
yeah, me and him, we have Kid Warbringer coming.
Yeah.
oh, you do good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look forward to
Oh, dude, look at that one. What the?
That's homeboy.
Yeah, that's life size.
life size. That's life size.
Wait, so which one is Warbringer?
The one where she's holding the head up.
Oh God, yeah.
Is that your first Court of the Dead?
That's mine. Yeah, he's got a couple. That'd be mine.
Which ones do you have, Rodney?
The Exalted Reaper, General
Yeah.
Reaper, the legendary
awesome.
spell, and I have Shard. I have Galavarb on order too. I wanted that Siren so bad with the water effect around her.
Yeah.
But I started collecting after she was already out, and I didn't want to pay what people were asking for her.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
So Gina, go. Anything you saw at the
No, because I try to keep my collection mainly Marvel, DC, and Star Wars.
Right.
So when it comes to Court of the Dead, I love their stuff, and I kind of hold back. So I'm like, that looks great, but no. So nothing really stood out as much. There is one figure that stood out for me. It's the one where it's the guy. It's that knight. I can't remember his name. He's the knight.
Oh, yeah, the undead knight, the Paladin one. Yeah,
where he has like deformed face. He has the rotten face. And he's holding out that one. I think
that's tight.
That one stood out for me. But the one I'm waiting for that they didn't release, or they didn't bring to the convention, is the second Shard PF, where she's in the Templar.
Like
that one,
I like that one.
That one is just So that one they didn't show. So, but anyways, those are pretty much my only choices right now.
PJ, you got anything? No. Okay. So keep it there. Ryan, you scared of this stuff, right? I'm just asking.
Now, if I saw a movie, that may change it.
Jason, Adrian, you guys.
Don't appreciate the art style. I like that Kia. That Kia looks badass. Yeah,
it's coming. It really looks good, man. I'm with Jason. I don't even know the story or nothing. I remember we were looking at One Piece, and I had to ask you, like, what is it even from?
And it was the first piece that I've turned to him and go, mate, I don't know.
So, Who Laughs is probably more for me at my alley because, of that. But to be honest, like, you can still appreciate the work and stuff put into those statues. It's phenomenal. It actually looks really cool. Maybe if, like, I knew it a bit more, something.
Yeah, it was like what Gina was saying, because it's their own product, their own license. They don't have anyone they answer to. They're limited by their own imagination.
It gives that nice feel, something fresh, I guess. Something
it shows you what Sideshow's capable of if they're let loose off the chain. So,
you want to talk about your own?
All right, so we already got Kier on pre-order, and I have Galavarb coming too, so I'm getting both of those. I'm getting the graphic novel that goes with it. And Ravlik is growing on me. Ravlik is really growing on me. But the one I've really been waiting for and excited to see, I'm just waiting for them to announce the PO, is that Odium. That Odium statue is on my definite list. It's going to be got. Just waiting on it.
When the hell are you going to put that? That thing is gigantic.
Oh, I will find a place. I will find room. Stuff will get moved. Stuff will go in my other.
You might have to hold onto it for him, Thor.
Nah, we unboxing it here, then unboxing it out and taking it home, and it'll go someplace that day. it'll get put up that day. I don't care if I got to move something and put it. It'll get put up.
Yeah. So we both got Kier coming. Just like Eugene, I like that. The Templar armor. I've always loved it since I saw it. So those, until I see more, those are probably my only two court pieces. I'm put them together somewhere because again, space is becoming a factor. So, I'm a little disappointed they didn't show it at the con too because I wanted to see it. Yeah,
because they had it out last year. That's weird that
It's weird. It's so strange. Yeah.
All right, so that does it for the pieces because So Jason, on to our last two topics. Star Wars Clone Wars 2018 was announced here at the con. Jason got a trailer for us. I think he did.
This is the best news from the con, I think.
Yeah.
I was so psyched. This means more Darth Maul too.
I thought he died.
Potentially, right?
Well, no,
this happens.
Go back.
This happens. This takes place right after the
original. They were supposed to have another season. Then Disney took over, and they went to Rebels. So the last season was canceled.
So he will be alive in the Clone Wars.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The timeline. Yeah. Whether he'll be in it.
In that case, I care.
So yeah. But what the confusing part is what happens at the end of this trailer. And that's what PJ and I was talking about.
Okay, let me see if I notice it.
I love the individual helmets and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know they filmed the last season or something, and this is it, right?
This looks new, man. The animation on it looks different than from the old series. So I'm guessing they no, this is new
It's better
because
shading too.
because this has characters from Rebels in it, and you know, what I mean, it has Ahsoka and
But
Sabine.
Ahsoka's. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
You know,
I was gonna. Yeah.
When did the last Clone Wars season end? Before this?
Wait, when does this take place? Then this is a while.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. This it looks like they used the monolith in my. You know, we would talk about. You know, somehow.
Oh shit! Yeah, the
right.
Rebel. Yeah.
Yeah, you hanging with the pros now, brother. See, and in a way, this kind of bothers me because if they can go back and just change stuff, the way this makes it look, they can make it so that Darth Vader doesn't exist. And of course, I got a big problem with that. You know
No,
what I mean?
but here's the thing: is I thought, see, from the back of it here, you see it. It looks like Sabine, but apparently it's not.
Oh no, that's not Sabine. You know who that is? That's the leader.
Dude, that's not the same. That's not the same.
Okay, I thought that was Sabine. And if they were going to do stuff like that, I'd have had a problem with that. You know what I mean?
Hey, Mister, I'm the pro. That's not the same Ahsoka. That one's younger.
No, she looks older.
She's younger. She looks closer to the younger one, I think, in the face.
But she looked older than when she was his apprentice.
Because even Anakin looks older.
That was leader of Death Watch. That's what that was.
But even Anakin looks older.
Yeah,
he's taller.
Right.
He's closer in height to Obi-Wan in this one.
Yeah.
So I don't think the monolith's involved. That's all I'm saying.
It's just that, like,
I hope not.
I mean, I was hoping the monolith was involved because I really dislike the Last Jedi.
No, don't worry about the Last Jedi.
Deal with this.
Don't be going back and changing the original trilogy.
Deal with it. That's cheating.
No, don't do that.
Honestly, I thought the whole monolith thing was a little
almost
too.
as bad as the whole 52 universe.
I like it. I just hope they don't go back and
I didn't like it because I didn't think it made a lot of sense. I thought it was kind of like, wait, what?
Well,
Don't worry about the Last Jedi, Thor. At least we've always still got Star Trek, brother.
Anywho,
the Wrath of Khan, I'll give you that one. Wrath of Khan was cool.
Wait, let me ask Gina. Gina, did you like the Last Jedi?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Don't get her to
You are
fight your
cool in
fight.
my book.
It had some good. It had some good ideas, I think. But
Watch that tonight.
I'm being as polite as possible.
Thank you. Boom.
She thinks it was trash.
What about the trailer? What you think about the trailer?
I think this is cool. This like Return of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Did you watch have you seen both of the series, Rebels and the Clone Wars?
No, I've seen parts of the Clone Wars in the beginning, but I didn't keep up. So
You watch Rebels, please. If I had to recommend like an anime Star Wars,
Highly recommended.
the first season may be a little kiddie-ish, but at some point
That's what I couldn't get over, man. I got halfway through the first season.
No, you got to push through that. It gets
push
really,
through that,
really
and then
good.
second
It gets
season
really
comes.
good.
Wait. The guy who likes Justice League the cartoon is saying that Rebels is too kiddie. Come on.
Right, you obviously never watched Justice League Unlimited, mate.
I know that's when it gets good, but the first season is the kiddie one.
That's Justice League, not Justice League Unlimited.
Okay, but isn't Justice League Unlimited just seasons 3 and 4 of the same series technically?
No, it was a different series.
Pretty sure they just renamed it, but okay. All right.
But yeah, just push through the first season, Gina, and then after that, it'll just take
It
off.
really gets good. It really gets good.
It gets really good. It's canon too, so it's like all relevant.
But I keep hearing that
throw all the canon out the window, though.
What's that?
Didn't they throw all the canon out the window and said that it doesn't mean anything anymore?
The expanded universe that made it Legends. So
Yeah, that's the only thing got thrown out.
yeah. I'm sorry, Gina, what you're saying?
No, I was just gonna say that I know that fans wanted the showrunner of Rebels to take over Lucasfilms.
Oh, Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
But
because he was actually under the tutelage of George Lucas. Like George Lucas, like took him under his wing and just.
He's basically his unofficial his unofficial protege, really.
Yeah. Basically.
Well, lastly, I know Jason's gonna love this one. We got the Titans 2018 trailer.
Oh my god!
I'm guessing this is gonna be on DC.
Are we gonna play? We're not gonna play this, are we? We're gonna lose viewers.
It's a bit better than Marvel's last few TV offerings.
Whoa, hey.
Luke Cage?
Oh, talking about on Netflix? Or are you talking
about season 2 of Luke Cage?
You on crack.
Bring back Diamondback.
No, he can stay gone.
Bushwhacker is no joke, man.
Bushwhacker's the man, though.
I mean, that first.
Let him heal up and come back.
Yeah, when Bushwhacker. All right, let's go back into this trailer.
Iron Fist.
Oh no, let's
Iron
not
Fist
mention
is
that. All right, so with this actually looks really good. I mean,
I like it. It looks good.
I mean, for me, when he said Batman, what did he say?
F Batman.
He said
Batman.
He said F. Yeah, fuck Batman.
The trailer has got 17K dislikes for that one line. Guess who all disliked it? All the Batman fans.
Yeah, Adrian and all his little friends.
Hey, Batman is the reason people die.
I feel like that
killed Joker a long time ago.
So what is this? What is this going to be coming on? Like what?
That's what
it's going to be on their pay service.
Oh, okay.
DC has one. Has a pay.
Yeah, that's where the new.
Do they have enough stuff to do that?
That's where
Young Justice. That's where that's going to go.
Too,
So
yeah.
the
Do they have enough programming to
on the
carry
pirate
that?
Wait, hold on.
I'm just gonna, yeah.
Who was it? What happened?
Does DC have enough programming to carry that?
Yes,
Really?
I think so.
Well, they're going to be moving all their CW shows and that over there too.
No, they really don't, because when Disney comes out with theirs and they're going to have Star Wars, Marvel, and Disney programming on it, I think it's going to blow away DC's unless DC starts incorporating what Warner Brothers are.
Because let's be honest, Ryan, the Star Wars program has been exemplary lately.
And it's
No, but you see what I'm saying though. Like if you I'm just talking about the mass of data. I mean, like if it's just DC Universe and it's just DC, that's it. I'm not saying it's like good or bad. I'm just talking about volume.
Warner Brothers. You know what I mean? It's a Warner Brothers streaming service, not just DC. So
I don't think so. It's called DC Universe. It's not called Warner Brothers Universe.
Well, what they're streaming on, what they've said so far, they're going to be streaming on there is vast. It's not just DC stuff.
Yeah, it's got to be more because they.
What the hell they name it DC Universe?
Yeah, they need to change their name.
Vertigo, there's Dark Horse. They own many publication houses, man.
Are they going to start
this way.
Dark Horse?
Still, it's the same game.
DC went on a big roll spending in the late 90s, early 2000s, buying up rights of other comic book companies left, right, and center. Judge Dredd is owned by DC.
Yeah, Wildstorm and some other-
Right,
Wildstorm's owned by DC. A lot of these companies that went off and started up their own.
does Wildstorm even have any good stuff?
Sorry?
I don't think does Wildstorm have any good stuff besides Wildcats?
They own G.I. Joe too, I think. Don't they?
Yeah.
But all I'm talking about, so you're saying that they're going to have the Warner Brothers movies on there too?
Yeah.
Like live action movies?
Yeah.
So why? That's so weird that they would. Why would they just call it Warner Brothers then?
I don't know.
That's weird. Okay, that's cool. I mean, because Warner Brothers,
the flagship that they're launching is the DC channel on there. You know what I mean?
They have enough stuff.
still weird. Warner Brothers owns more. Warner Brothers. I heard Warner Brothers owns like 75% of all digital media.
Yeah,
all media, all movie rights.
But why put DC?
Weren't they trying to buy Comcast at some stage too? Which was made up another like 10% chunk or something.
You're talking about because Time Warner bought them recently?
Yeah.
What were you saying, Rodney?
No, I'm just saying, like you were saying, why put DC at the front of that now? Advertise Warner Brothers stuff.
Especially given their live action movies.
DC at the front of that.
No,
not
because
for their CW stuff, no.
Yeah, their CW stuff's been killing it. Look, I'm not a fan of their CW stuff at all.
100 and all that.
Yeah. Well, there you go. See the other shows like The 100 and stuff like that Adrian watches and stuff like that.
I'm not into. Good for a while. Yeah.
You would say that they're all CW. They're all Warner Brothers titles and stuff. You know.
This is a weird naming. I'd be surprised. Are you sure about that? Because I don't see why in hell they would call it I mean, that just seems like a huge branding mistake.
No, it's the
Unless
Warner
it's
Bros.
just for
streaming
Comic-Con.
service. The DC Universe is a channel on that streaming service.
So I pay $6.99 or whatever they advertise, and I have access to everything.
Access to everything, yeah. And one of the channels is the DC channel.
See, this seems like
Like
an
a Hulu.
even worse branding mistake. Okay, all right. I mean, I hope so. That'd be awesome because then I would actually subscribe.
Well, it's like this, for example, you go, you want to watch like the old 70s Hanna-Barbera cartoons or something, well, you can now. Now you don't have to go trolling on eBay.
That would be offensive to my
shit.
eyeballs.
It's not on Hulu.
No, they took them off.
Oh wow!
Just like Disney's doing, they're taking them all off Netflix and Hulu and stuff.
Yeah,
from what I heard.
But do you guys think that this new Marvel and DC streaming is gonna usurp Netflix?
See,
eventually?
It's gonna. As I said, an hour after this stuff gets streamed, it's up on pirate networks worldwide. So.
Our buddy who we did the unboxing with, the Wolverine, and he had a good point. So, like with Marvel and Netflix, their shows are kind of dark on Netflix. Would it seem out of place to put that on a Disney streaming service?
Yeah,
to put something dark like the Marvel Netflix,
like Daredevil
show.
and the Punisher. You put them on a Disney streaming service.
I would think
I don't think that
don't
would work.
rock the boat. It's successful on Netflix. You move it to Disney. It's like I got my kids watching this, and you put this. I don't know. There's a lot that Disney.
Yeah, they're watching Dora the Explorer. Something people getting decapitated.
So I hope they leave it on Netflix.
Yeah, you watching Dora. The next thing you know, 1 batch, 2 batch, penny and dime,
coffee time.
But that's an easy thing to brand to change. I mean, they could just put it under 20th Century Fox if they want.
But what do you think of the Titans trailer?
It looks I think it looks awful. I think it literally looks awful.
I think it looks good. I mean, because the fact that they're going a little dark, is something intriguing.
Well, I'm just hoping that in season 1 they do the change from Robin to Nightwing.
I was about to say that. I'd be a lot more excited if he was Nightwing than him still running around as Robin. But I mean, I'll watch it. I'll check it out.
There's a bunch of characters in there that I've noticed that really haven't got a much of playtime beyond anyone who's a hardcore DC fan. Hawk and Dove, for example. It's going to be great to see an incantation of them on film.
Oh, you get access to their comics too.
Yeah, you get access to everything.
I didn't catch that. Okay, that's my fault.
PJ,
the interesting.
But
okay, go ahead.
I thought I said I liked it.
Oh, okay, my bad. We all tired, man. I'm sorry.
The show won for me with Robin. Just had that badass
badass line.
That was it.
But the one thing I got with that, I was a bit hurt. Like the shooting of people and stuff like that.
But don't worry, how badass is it though?
But still,
how badass? Like that's it.
Like put it this way, if it was Damian Wayne, yeah, 100% unbelievable. But Dick Grayson, because they've already alluded to the fact that he's from the Flying Graysons and stuff like that, so we know it's Dick Grayson, the original Robin. No way in hell, man.
No way in hell what?
No way in hell would he be using guns like that, shooting up people and stuff like that.
Oh, did they get into this shit? Okay.
He also wouldn't be the one that would be saying, F Batman either.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so cool.
That was so cool.
Unless maybe Batman just really pissed him off.
In saying that though, Gina, like when he did leave to become the Titans and Batman gave him the ultimatum, it's either Robin or the Titans. That was when he did pretty much say, fuck you, Batman, and threw the Robin outfit in the bin and became Nightwing.
Yeah, maybe you just caught him on the wrong day. Him and Batman just had a beef, and he's just in that mood right now.
Yeah, I can't wait for the show. I'm actually really excited. Give it a shot and stuff. I still haven't given Krypton.
Oh my God, man!
Let's not talk about Krypton.
I haven't watched Krypton either. I gotta get on that.
If we're not going to talk about Krypton, can we talk about edition sizes now that we have?
Oh my God!
So this has been a fantastic.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Thor, can I just add one more thing real quick?
No.
No, it's not. No edition size or anything like that. I think we missed something.
No, we ain't missed nothing.
So basically, what you guys think of? Hold on, not this guy. What's his Dungeon Master? Where did I see that?
Was that a Walking Dead figure? What is
I'm not gonna pull up Zorro, are you?
Well, no, I was
Zorro?
this Vito Corleone.
Oh, that
that's pretty
Blitzway
good.
statue is sick.
What
Good
do you guys-
call. That Blitzway statue was one of my highlights.
Didn't they not get his weight
much
right?
there. I mean, they only had the Ecto 10, the Ghost Riders
Yeah, they had
original
the-
vehicle. Sorry, Ghostbusters original vehicle, which is really good. But
That looked
and
cool.
that,
Isn't he too thin?
Yeah, he looks a
Vito?
bit thin.
Oh,
It's a
His
little.
body, he's a little too thin.
Yeah.
hard to tell from that angle. If you have to look at him from the side.
Oh,
Okay,
man, he's
let's
too
do
thin.
pick up or pass. Gina.
I would pass. I prefer him with a chair
Okay.
yeah.
sitting. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Ryan.
Pass.
Thor.
I love you, Vito, but I got pass on this one.
Okay. Rodney.
You know, if we're playing this game, yes, I love it.
Jason and Adrian.
Just pass solid because I don't collect film characters. So
Yeah, it's past too.
Okay. And just one more thing before we leave. And this looked cool. This life-size endoskeleton.
That's the one that moves.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
It moves, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes with the chip too. So I can reenact that scene where I'm like going to the
what the Brian chip?
yeah.
The Brian chip. With the Brian chip.
But this looks
They
pretty cool.
misspelt it when they put the post up.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I have to say? I have to give it to Blitzway. They're actually doing a really good job of thinking outside of the box.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll
they're
give him that.
Oh, rewind. Just one second.
Oh,
Just,
now
just
you
go.
wanna
No,
see
just go
more
back to that.
pictures.
Just go back to that. No.
Now
That's
you
it.
wanna see-
That's it. That's it. No.
He's talking about the Vader helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
The
Where?
helmet
What
from
you mean
Force
where?
Awakens, the burned out.
Where? I didn't see it.
Oh, the crushed one.
Yeah.
Where?
It's an automatic thing.
Well, anyway, we know what it looked like. That I need for my coffee table. You understand me? I mean, that's
Coffee table?
Yeah, you got.
Why don't you just get the Black Series one that's not melted and deformed and put that
Oh,
up
this
there?
one you're talking
No,
about.
that's the one. No, I want this.
You better
See,
RSVP.
I ain't down with
Why-
Force Awakens and none of that mess.
Go ahead.
But I do need this.
Just take the Hasbro one and set it on
There
fire.
is a fan art one with the light up features inside.
Yes, yeah.
There's light up features on
No,
it?
it's a fan art one.
Okay.
But
Across the board, Gina, pick up or pass.
Vader isn't. I like it. But I just in terms of, yeah, I would pass.
Ryan.
I like it, but
No, I'm not buying that.
Thor.
Oh, of course. Are you kidding?
Ryan.
Hatred in it, man.
Of course.
Rodney.
That's a no.
Jason and Adrian.
Nah.
Okay.
I'll
All right.
probably get it.
Then where the hell are you going to put it?
Adrian said he'd get it.
See, Adrian, that's why you my boy, Adrian.
Do this. Look on the side.
All
I
right.
will.
But
I'm curious how
anyhow,
much-
Anyhow, before we
we appreciate you, everybody who stuck with us this long. Gina, we appreciate you coming on and
thanks for having me,
through
guys.
and sitting through all this madness. Put your Hulk down, man. Put that Hulk down. Put him back to
I
sleep.
I am putting him back to sleep.
So
Let me
thanks.
tell you about rubbing statues.
So thanks again, everybody. Have a good Comic-Con rest of the weekend, and we will see you next time. Check us out on Gemma, the group on Facebook, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Lord. It's over.
Don't have an attitude, have a collectitude.